Hello again.
Hello.
Welcome back.
We're here for 10 minutes.
Difficulty.
Yes. Apologies for that. And as I was saying, we are not playing Dungeons & Dragons 5e Dungeons & Dragons 2024, whatever it's called. We are playing the Root system, which is a 2d6 RPG system where you guys are playing as anthropomorphic animals. The world's gone to the crapper. Humans are basically how we handle Bigfoot or Mothman. And you guys are just trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world where humans don't exist.
I don't know if that's considered the crapper.
Yeah, that's what that phrase is. The world has gone to shit or has gone to crap. But the crapper is a toilet.
Well, no.
Can go down the toilet.
What I mean is, without humans, I don't think the world is bad.
It in fact, so let me break this down so we can move on real quick. Yes, it has gone to the crapper because the crap is full of what? Poop, and poop is what? Fertilizer, which does what? Grows things. Yes, and lots of nature. Now we move on. All right.
Okay.
Full circle to science. Also very funny joke. Why?
The circle of life.
Before we get into it, will our players please identify who their characters are? Bright, because of your witty humor, would you please identify first?
Yeah, I am playing Harriet. She is a fruit bat who is associated with the Winged Post, and whichever entity I said that she was also kind of associated with. And she is currently waking up from still groggy from waking up from a nap that she took on the inside of Cinder's vest during an attempted assassination.
Ta-da.
Thank you. Hot potato to the next person you'd like.
Darkness.
A hedgehog ranger that is in a shitty situation. They are currently covered in poison ivy in the Swine Queen's tent, or Princess's tent, which isn't exactly a good situation to be in. But also kind of rescued him. So yeah. Let's go, Lid.
I am playing Zephyr Sage, a lovely little pine marten Harrier, who is basically just the nosiest little thing, and decided to gossip their way into Tumnus's cart to save his pathetic little dumbass from being murderized.
Yeah, you're currently drugged right now, actually.
I am very drugged.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were dying.
I
Yeah,
got shot for some dude I grew up with.
It happens.
Not worth it, guys.
Raven, would you pick up?
I am playing Cinderwing, the rebel heretic, and I am just here to have a good time. I'm a black kite hawk, and I am often accused of being an arsonist. In the meantime, Cinder is currently prepped and ready to set some people on fire.
Inside the Badger Stronghold camp.
Yes, and that's unrelated to the accusations. They being someone started a fight, and fire is what Cinder has. So it's not arson if it's your only option.
You know, I think Gandhi said that.
Tony.
I did, in fact, say that, yes. I was quoting Gandhi, though.
Sure.
No, I am playing Demos. Demos is a flying squirrel, a stranger from a strange land, as it were. He is somebody of patience, of some patience, and of sort of rhythm. He likes the comfort of a habit. And not the like smoking or not vice, but a true habit. And he is currently using a little bit of his knowledge of courts to aid our hedgehog friend in finding the way through the rapids of this dangerous assassination attempt, and seeing how we may turn it to our benefit.
Thank you. All of you, well done. So yes, both our parties had separated, given separate jobs and different tasks that they fulfilled in the best ways that they could. Both members of this arranged marriage, being Tumnus and Corey, were both the assassination attempts happened on both of their life. And while our hedgehog and squirrel friend were able to deal with the aftermath, our little muskrat friend was able to step in the way before it actually happened and stop the assassination happening entirely. This one, anyway. They have not reconvened, and there is a surgeon on the way to help with Zafir's case. And because we ended on that one, we're gonna head back to Ilya and Demos. As you guys are having just fast forward a little bit, you have removed any and all the oil that might have been inside of the wound by unsavory means, because you had to wipe it out and then clean it. So it was a very messy thing. But this woman is tougher than nails and was able to go through it.
She is terrifying.
Yes. And for a size comparison, Chief Discory is a boar, and we have a hedgehog and a squirrel. It's a little height difference. And weight class.
Sounds like a fair fight. You guys got this.
I'm dead.
but you are able to stitch her up, and she halfway through, I'm going to say that she passes out with her eyes open, just refusing to close them due to the pain, because she's refusing also to drink because her servants are not getting her liquor.
How dare they?
So she does pass out, but then eventually wakes up afterwards as the maid that was helping you guys before is giving you so much praise and being so grateful that you guys are here. Once again, after she seems to have calmed down enough to wake up. By Jove, thank you. It's like, sincerely, if this got out that anything has happened, it would call off the wedding, and that would lead to some predicaments. We will pay you, like I said, and she will hand you those caramel apples that she had, but also offer you other. She snaps her fingers or her hooves, I guess. Who knows? And you see that a small two of the other. One of the other ones, which is a hedgehog, runs over and actually opens up a small box. It's a small purse, almost, and it is filled with acorns and other tree nuts as form of payment. And they empty about half of it and put it into a small bag and offer it to you, Ilya, for being the surgeon here.
Thank you. I assume that I'm not supposed to say anything about this either.
If all possible, please. Not until the wedding is done. Demos. I need you, my furry little friend, to roll me a luck check, just to see how the world turns right now.
Oh, fun. I picked up all the dice I threw from last session.
Oh, good. That'll go great.
Just gonna mix them up here.
It'll be fine.
I now keep my dice right behind my camera.
Smart.
What do we think? Do we think water tribe dice is the way to go? Water tribe dice?
Fire Nation.
I have those.
Actually, I mean, I don't know why I said that. Earth Kingdom all the way.
So those here, I'll swap for that. They've never done anything wrong for me, except roll poorly every time.
Yeah.
So, thank you,
Because the
Raven.
Earth Kingdom's never done anything wrong, so...
Definitely not, no.
There is nothing
There's
wrong
no
done
war.
in the Earth Kingdom.
Seriously.
Actually, we're doing great with the Earth Kingdom here. That's a 10.
10.
Nice.
Oh
Okay.
wait, do I have a modifier to luck?
It's luck. You're rolling trust
Oh.
fate.
I have
yeah.
-1, so that's a 9.
Okay.
You shouldn't have asked.
It's fine.
Well, it doesn't give you any bonuses. If it was 10, you would have gotten some perks and things, but unfortunately, you were successful though. You hear as the... Yes?
Weird question, because I
Okay.
don't remember how reputation works.
Yes.
Does my enhanced reputation with the boars help here at all?
With this trust fate, no, but if you're trying to trick or persuade an NPC, I'm just going to say you get +1 to it because of your communications and ability to understand their way of life.
I just wanted to keep an eye out for what
Perfectly
that
fair.
actually did.
Yeah, that's how I'm going to rule it.
Okay.
Because some of these rules are weirdly written. And that's nothing against the system. It's still a lot of fun. But we're here to have fun.
Brent hates the system and has already told us before he's never playing it again.
Started to play it.
I think you'll right if I decided to not play the system again. You hear outside of this little fortress that has been made out of these different wagons, an argument being had, and finally a larger Swin than Corey, who is bigger than the other Swin that you have seen, comes through, and you can only guess this is her grizzled dad, Half of his tusk has been broken off, several scars from a lot of combat, a lot of gray, a lot of white. He looks much older. One of his eyes is glazed over. Very stereotypical. He's fought too long and he did not die for a number of reasons that don't make any sense. You know the guy.
Ilia's gonna visibly cower. Just like cower into a corner herself a little bit.
I think Demos is going to reach over with an arm, and sort of in the guise of like putting an arm or putting like a hand on a shoulder, grab the scuff of like the back of a tunic, lift up Ilya, so that Demos knows that with people such as this, the Swin in general, showing weakness is a mistake.
Yes.
And so
Maybe
Demos
my
is going to try to really mask the cower that is going on beside him.
Does not seem to take notice of you. Immediately starts rushing towards Corey, and gets way too close and checking to see if she's okay and all those things, and does what any good, sensible daughter would do and punches him dead in the gob. Telling him that, Dad, it's fine. I'm just in pain. I'll go along with this. I still don't. And she'll look over to you guys and be like, y'all can leave, by the way. You've been paid, I'm assuming. And Dad is not even noticing you guys because of someone's luck roll, you lucky duck. Swirl. Rodent. Yeah.
You.
That would walk out.
I believe it is time to take a leave, yes. And as Ilya leads the way, Demos is going to walk in such a way that there's never an eye off of the massive couple of Swin in the room, just in case they change their mind at any point. He is one of the first to know.
Yeah, 100%. Totally fair. They do not stop you. You're not escorted out. You're basically free to wander. It seems that with the work that you have done here in this camp, if you're here, they're not going to stop you. You are leaving from the main event. So why would it be a problem if you're not able to just walk around the Swin stronghold with no problem? You seem to have some sort of be in some sort of good graces at this moment. Go ahead.
Ilya. As we're walking, obviously, the moment that this happens, this is going to be Demos has to measure this carefully. In that, like, we want this to be in a space where they are unheard.
It is so bustling, and you guys are some of the shortest folk here. There are a couple other like hedgehogs and things like that, but no one's paying attention to y'all.
What I thought, but I wanted to make sure.
No, 100%.
Ilya.
Yeah.
If we are set to the path that our friends have set before us, then we have our mission now. You know this, right? We find the ear and the
No.
mouthpiece of this city, and we whisper in it. That is all.
I mean, weren't we just in the area where we would have been hurt the most?
We were just under the eye of the giant. The most dangerous place to topple the tower. Now,
So where do you think we go?
well, I think we should find our others. And then, if we decide that we still want to go through with the path that we have set for us, then we shall find someone who we know loves a good yarn. And we tell them. We tell them simple. And we tell them different. But we make sure that before the night is closed, everyone knows.
We'll have to
If
be
everyone
long gone.
knows. What?
We'll have to leave real quick, though.
I mean,
Are you
if we
still
could-
carrying Ilya or no?
No. Demos was never really carrying. Demos was like pulling up in much the same way that like a choir teacher would like tell you to like push you up so that your chest is up so you're breathing in. That is more the maneuver that he was pulling off in there.
I see.
But since they're moving, he is not doing that anymore.
I was like, I don't doubt Demo's strength, but a hedgehog to squirrel, it's a pretty like you're like trying to like deadlift like someone your size.
He is quite a strong being, but he is also not a foolish. Ilya has her own legs, and she can use them. We may
Is
need
more than happy to get away from there.
absolutely. Here is the thing: we probably, if we are set upon this course, will need to leave no matter what. And when we need to leave, then we shall. We first need to find our friends, and then we would have had to leave anyway. In fact, I would believe that we could walk toward where the most commotion is in the city, and that is where we will find those who rode with us.
Demos
Fuck your accusations.
and Ilya, you guys have been on the road for long enough to know that you are currently being tailed. By someone. They look like they might be a shorter Swin, but looks like you are currently being tailed by someone a bit bigger. Wearing a cloak and seems trying to be as stealthy as they can. Not doing very good about it. Failed that roll bad.
Yay!
Do not falter. Do not look back. We are being tailed.
So, yeah. Our friends, you really think they're causing that much chaos?
I have met our friends, have you not?
Panning over, right now, Zephyr, you are currently,
Very numb.
your face is kind of drooping a little bit. Cause this is a very,
I should just call it.
a doctor is coming, and y'all are with her, y'all are with, Zephyr right now, and yeah, they're not doing too well.
Thomas, you fucking
So-
owe me.
Cinder was at like the entrance to the tent because
Yeah.
she wasn't allowed in yet.
Yeah.
So she immediately turns around and is like, "I told you I need to fucking burn shit!" And then throws a Molotov at, or relatively in the direction of where the shots came from.
No, the guy was grabbed, if memory serves, last time.
I don't. Oh, okay. I had forgot about that.
Yeah.
In that case, she
Yoinked
like
them, and then someone else
preps to
yoinked them.
throw it.
Yeah. The two Badger guards, the ones that you were having conversation with about arson.
They got double yoinked.
I burned this one, right? We burned him.
Not yet.
Not.
Maybe wait. Oh.
Y'all keep saying to not burn people, and then you get shot.
Ah.
Tomness is like, please don't burn. This is my life's work. I put the. Why do you have Molotovs? What? Who is this?
You know what? I think we need to just kind of head out. I think that it would be best if we just, and she'll start like grabbing like one of your arms that's not numb, and then the other Cinder's wing.
They are
and
getting a
just be
surgeon in
like,
here to help.
It's It's fine. This is nothing that they haven't dealt with before, I'm sure. So we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go, cause
Zephyr,
you know what?
you take one harm. As you cough up a good old globule of blood.
It's just tomato seeds.
Was I supposed to get rid of the stuff that I suffered last session or no?
Nope, it's still here.
Cinder is going to
Guys, I live
take
her.
this opportunity. Cinder's going to take this opportunity to be like, no, this is fucked up, and I don't trust these guards doing this shit. They do this all the time. They're trying to like, they're going to make this, they're going to disappear this and act like it never fucking happened. I don't know these people. We need to burn that guy.
You know what? I think we all just need to take a deep breath and maybe have some apples. I think going to the apple orchard would be great.
Thomas looks very confused and looks to you, Zephyr. Really? These are the people you left? These? Them?
We're good people.
Hedgehog is better.
Speaking of which, we kind of lost them, so we should go back and find them.
I am love.
A doctor comes in, seeing they take the dart out and using the best of magic for that time period, I'm going to make a quick roll for them. He's going to be aided, but it's fine. You're fine. He flips you upside down, opens up the thing, and basically uses a straw and sucks all the venom out of you, so it's not killing you anymore. You still have some of the effects, and he explains that after he spits up something. He's like,
She's got a lot of
So just put it to me straight, Doc. Did I just save his life by getting hit? Because it was aimed at him.
I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say so, for sure. This is a younger beaver, it looks like. Pretty tall, but they are. He had the strength to flip you over and, again, do all that with no problem.
Seeing as I'm one of the bigger sets of our crew.
Yes. But it's human to ogre from, like, 5e. Is the size difference. You should be fine. Just don't do anything too reckless and crazy. And here's your medicine, and it's liquor. It's liquor. It's liquor. And he does give you a salve, so you do remove one injury. But your oxygen does go up one because he did shake you a little bit like you were an apple tree, trying to get any loose apples out.
Did you mean to say exhaustion?
Did I not say exhaustion? But
You said
I meant
oxygen.
exhaustion.
He said oxygen.
You're
I
out of
said
ex-
oxygen.
You are no longer of oxygen, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
And then
like
they
when-
die.
Yeah. Thank you, Doctor. Please, Thomas begins to have a panic attack, because he just realized, oh no, I almost died. Oh no, my friends almost died trying to save me.
Try and grab the doctor from like the back of the coat and then go, fix him. Shimmy him over.
You're a bat, so you gotta
Yeah.
try to grab him, and he just starts walking away and you're just dragging.
Like my Duclaw stuff and be like, oh no! No!
Drag
Wait,
it
guys!
out.
Wait!
I love this imagery because Harriet is currently hiding inside of Cinderwing's fucking jacket.
No, she
They
came
stepped
out.
out. She came out, yeah.
Come out? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because, Molotovs were being lit and, an assassination ensued and she got jolted awake. She was just like, okay, we're here. Hello.
She was taking a little cat nap. Just snoozing.
She's taking a little bat nap.
One of the magic guards is able to unhook you, and they're very confused but grateful of the circumstance. Thomas is like, please, get them some seats and some food and drink.
I'd rather
Okay,
information.
I think. Information?
Uh-huh.
And yeah, interrogate that guy, I guess, and see what you can find, please.
I mean, yeah, sure, that information. But also, like, what's this marriage for?
The guards leave. They're like, nope, this is above our pay grade. Nope.
I'm staring straight
They said
on
we're
this.
to find that guy. We're gonna interrogate him.
Yeah, that's gonna go well for him, I'm sure. I was gonna say,
we
roll me to
now
manipulate. Mm-hmm.
We now have proof of people, probably not from both sides, but my theory is probably one party trying to like make the wedding not happen by any means necessary. Cause like there was the poison ivy oil, and there was the I got shot standing in front of you. I saved
There was
your
the
life.
I got
What's the
shot.
wedding for?
It's a merger. It's a way for us to be able to make trade more accessible between from our hometown to the Swin. It's a power move.
It's about fucking money. I told you.
It is. It's about money and trying to make things less tense. You've been out here for a while. You have to have known things are not getting any better between the Swin and
Oh no,
the Boston.
yeah, I mean I make a lot of money off of it, but
there are guards right outside. Why are you saying things that make you classify you as a criminal?
Because they have diplomatic
because I
immunity as
just
long as we
saved
talk to
your
you.
life. I am currently untouchable as far as I'm concerned. Also, a little bit tipsy. What is in this? Looks at the bottle that the doctor gave me that I have been like generously swigging off of.
It is straight up just like it is just straight up. It's not ethanol, but it's like rum. It's like mead. He's giving you a hard liquor to like try and relax you a little bit. Yeah, it's a homemade moonshine. Apples, but moonshine.
Truth serum. They're trying to get information out of you. We need to leave if I can't burn that guy.
Maybe don't burn that guy.
Hi.
Old friend. It's fine.
No, the one that shot you.
Oh.
Wait, is he also a friend?
No. I don't know that guy.
No. They were an otter as a reminder.
You know that guy?
No.
I mean, you can probably ask the guards if you can burn them.
That's what I was talking about before, but everybody said no.
I thought you were trying to burn me.
How did I burn you?
I don't know.
That plan changed like 20 minutes ago.
There was a plan to burn me?
They plan to burn everyone. Even me.
Wife, I'm gonna need you to roll me to trick an NPC.
I mean,
You gotta roll
it's
cunning.
a lie.
I feel like that's a trick. I feel like that's just a convincing.
I'm looking at my stuff. What is the...
It's cunning.
Oh, not charm?
That's persuade. It cunning. You're tricking them because you.
Well,
You're-
would I be able to use potentially my move Pleasant Facade? When you suck up to or otherwise butter up an unsuspecting NPC, roll with charm.
Sure, I'll allow it.
Woohoo!
Oh, thank goodness. 9.
9.
On a 7 to 9, hold 2.
Okay.
It says spend your hold 1 for 1 to deflect their suspicion or aggression away from you onto someone or something else. And that's what I would be able to use this for.
Okay. Perfect.
Feels applicable.
It is 100% applicable.
Applicable.
Tony, Could you change the music to Country Workshop, please?
On it.
Country road.
This will be our last episode of no.
Like copyrighted?
I mean, at this point, let's call ourselves Apple Dumpling Peeps.
What?
Because Gangs is already taken.
The Apple Dumpling Gang.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fine film, but okay.
I think that's a reference that only Brent will get because the movie was made in, like, the fucking ancient era. Feels like. It's an old-ass movie.
Okay.
Damn.
It is, right?
It is an older film,
Like-
yes.
Like 1950s.
I'm laughing because of what that made me think of, but I will talk about it after. I'll message you about it.
It came out in 1975.
So are you aware that that was 50 years ago? Or are we just gonna gloss over that? Not saying that all 50-year-olds are old as fuck, but some of them definitely are older than others.
His demeanor calms when you kind of change the subject. He's like, I know that there were people that weren't happy from other settlements, and even in Ochre. Ochre's not the right town. That's the town for my other campaign that I'm doing.
No,
Wow.
Up there!
Yeah,
They're all
Hill.
connected.
There was even people from Dugout Hill were not happy with this marriage. But like, I don't think enough to try to kill me. I was a pretty decent citizen, I thought.
You're also... I'm a little loose-lipped right now. You're also really boring and no one knows you.
Damn.
Is it possible they were trying to kill someone else in here?
It was just the two of us, unless you've pissed off any otters.
I can't think of any reason that they'd be mad at me.
No, not. Do you want some tea?
I'm friends with the otters.
Okay.
Not
Happy
the
for you.
thanks, though.
Sounded like a threat.
No,
It's always a threat.
I mean, I don't think so. We're all pretty chill with, well, no, that one's not so chill with the residents. But I paid my dues.
Hey. I don't know, and if I find anything out before
It
tomorrow,
was also an otter that I found the poison I put on. Like, whose bag I
Jacques! It's you!
Name is Tumnus.
I'm a
No, what I'm saying is... Could the river?
The river residents profits from people needing to go from side to side. Can't imagine they're particularly happy about this, but I don't think they're the ones that. I mean, my family has connections to the river residents. We have some officials here, like they're catering some of the food.
Isn't it that the river denizens would still profit either way because, like, they still own the waterway, so it doesn't matter, like, if there's a big merge or whatever, they're still getting the same prices.
That's true, but I think sure smuggling and other devious activities they might do is probably more expensive.
Devious
only
about
means-
smuggling.
More money for them,
If there's war.
If there's not,
which means more money for them.
if
so they
there's
just want more
not,
money.
Then that kind of puts our business in the hole. Which is why we're coming here to steal things.
Are you that desperate for money? I can give you some money. Just save my life here.
No,
And he
that's
opens
not,
up.
I'm not that.
Take your money.
Money is fucked up and you shouldn't have it.
Tony, when you point an aggressive finger at him with a Molotov still in your hand, I'm just like, I am,
It's straight up, it's just like,
yeah. if this, like, I have
Nail
no
polish remover.
problem again. What?
Seem nervous. What are you nervous about?
The Molotov.
This why don't you? Oh shit! Yeah, I still have that. Lit Molotov back into the pocket.
You don't like lick the tip or
What
something?
kind of bird is Cinderwing for chat?
A black kite hawk.
If this is an issue, like if you have any issues with badgers with hawks, I have a lot of friends that are hawks. Like I don't know why. Like if this is something personal against me, like I am so sorry.
No,
You talking
no.
about?
She just
Why-
doesn't like.
why are hawks a part of this now?
Honey.
Name how many black friends you have. Don't fucking
Valerie, he's a badger. He's a European badger.
I'm leaving.
Question
Why,
stand.
why are you suddenly bringing hawks into this? What do they have to do with anything? Do you know the hawks?
I
No, seriously, do you know hawks? I don't know any hawks.
like 2 or 3. They're the tailor you were talking to was a crow. Like
What do they look like?
you here, and he's gonna take out a piece of some charcoal and actually do a decent sketch of you trying to calm himself down. Here,
Who's this?
like this. You. I even got your like curled beak thing, which is kind of cool.
What the fuck?
Uh-oh.
Thanks. I like you much more now that you don't have a Molotov pointed at my face.
Thank you, guy. He's all right.
A few knocks on the carriage, on the cart, and you guys are brought in some very nice and expensive looking drinks, and some very expensive looking pastries, and assortments of fruits and other things as well that be applicable for the needs of the people here.
Immediately starts in on the fruit.
A lot of
I'm just
happies.
gonna
A lot of
sit
happies.
down. So, like, obviously, this works out to make people in certain towers somewhere mad. But, like, back to the gossip side, because I just had a wonderful idea. I know I'm ping-ponging all over the place, but I've just had a great idea, and you need to hear this, and maybe talk this over with your bride-to-be after, you know, the nuptials.
I haven't met her. You think I'm gonna?
After you meet, I could do the talking.
Please don't.
No, not with them, just me. It went a lot smoother when it was just me.
You're saying this, but in the last hour since you've been here, I was thought you were here to murder me. I was almost murdered. You were shot, and then Miss Wing tried to set me on fire and threatened my life work.
Yeah.
Well, we never said we were good
Discuss with her like an
people.
open marriage kind of situation where she can kiss them on the side and you can have your boyfriend.
He's not my.
Cinder's gonna lean over to Harry and be like, "Did someone threaten this guy? I'll burn him."
You've threatened
He did
him.
confirm
Almost
last session,
every
6
interaction
months.
that you've spoken in.
Yes. They were dating 6 months after you left. But he's not. He's still whimpering like a concerned, tired child that he is.
Oh, I was gonna say something else. I'm gonna mute myself.
Mallory,
Tony knows.
already on thin ice.
I'm fully aware, which is why I'm muting myself.
I want to point out for chat that Brett never answered that question.
How many hawk friends does he have? He said like 4, like a couple. There's one of the guards you're talking about outside was one of his personal friends. He picked these guards.
I'm doing you shit, Brett.
I know.
Brett is panicking. We're
I don't-
pains in the ass.
I don't even know her. She could just, for all I know, she's gonna kill me in my sleep, or like as soon as we got a consequence. Ugh, man.
I mean, there doesn't have to be consummation. Not really. Probably.
So I'm just gonna be murdered then?
No, mate. Like
That's
I said, you could have a discussion with her about, you know, free and open love.
Hey, thanks.
Again, leaning over to Harriet. Should we kill her?
You know
Z.
what? We can just burn the whole place down later, but we can.
How many Swin have you talked to that they're willing to have conversations with you? When they're being forced to do something with you that I have been clearly told they're not interested in.
Well, if she's not interested in, then she's probably gonna be okay with you bringing up the topic of maybe just not fucking.
I think that's the real issue here. I think it's more that it's just that, like, there shouldn't be a marriage to begin with. And neither of them, she probably doesn't want this. Have you met the Swin? They don't like being confined.
Yeah. I did get her something, though.
Need a marriage. I mean,
No, they want to merge the houses so that way they can have a strong bloodline for the Swin, because you know my dad. His dad is a retired war hero. He's decently sized for a badger. He's no Swin size, but he was very impressive with a bow. And as much as the Swin weren't fans of archery, they still acknowledge it as a type of warrior, and he's killed plenty of them. So like, yeah, he's a decent fit, which is why Tumnus is kind of an idiot. Tumnus is not an idiot. I'm sorry, he's kind of a disappointment in that regard. But they have not. You can clearly tell they haven't told him that. Told probably the Swin side that.
so
Looking
was it
around-
the bloodline thing? Was it the Swin or was it?
The Swin want a strong bloodline, and my folks want. There's plenty of open land here that'd be great for orchards. They clear out a lot of the forest that's just not producing a lot of like the trees that we need for things, and they have a bunch of lumber. What?
Really don't.
What?
Oh yeah. She was
Don't worry about it. No, she wasn't. She was scary.
Are you-
Super scary.
I think you've had enough of this. And she's taking the flask of like moonshine and begins to sip it, drink it himself.
It's really good, right?
Yeah,
Now-
it goes down smooth.
Again, leaning to Harriet. Now he's drinking the truth serum.
He hasn't lied this whole time.
Yeah, but now we'll know for sure.
I need some of this. I need some alone time, if that's okay. Are you guys?
We need to meet up with our friends.
We should.
Yeah.
Also,
I-
I gotta go tell Thomas that you're good chill and still love him. You do still, right?
Of course I do. He's slumped defeated now. Everything's out. You're telling me strangers to him about this part. He's like,
Oh no, they're chill. They're not chill, but they're chill. Like they're not gonna go telling they're not gonna go telling anybody you know.
that's worse.
Oh, who he knows.
Mostly just our other friends. Because let's face it, Cinder doesn't talk too well to other people, and most of the time they don't understand what she says. I don't understand what she says.
If you're gonna go see Thomas, I have this for him, and it's an envelope with a wax seal on it.
Okay.
You open that, and I'll have my guards kill you.
I'll just read it over his shoulder. Stands up.
Cinderwing. As a bird, you like shiny things on occasion. You've dabbled with the shinies. Also, being an arsonist, shiny things are typically things that don't burn very well. You see that on the desks, next to all these weird bugs and things that there, There is a small little mechanism that seems that he has been tinkering with of some kind. It's the telling above table. It's a music box. It seems like he is seeming to craft one for something. It seems like it's almost done. Like he's just putting the rest of like the case on it to make it look pretty. But it's shiny, and it's something that you would have seen him working on. Because you're not really paying attention to the conversation.
Hey, guy, since I feel like we got a thing going. You're like one of my best friends now.
Okay.
I want that.
What? I'm sorry. What?
That thing, whatever. I want that thing. That's really cool, and I want it. What is it?
Oh, it's a wedding gift.
Am I getting married?
No. No. It's for his
Damn it.
bride. That he doesn't want.
Oh, well, if he doesn't want it, then I'll take it.
No,
He doesn't want the bride.
Oh, I was already saying we should probably just burn her.
no.
Maybe not.
I don't want there
We
to
should
be.
go.
I don't want there to be a war. I really don't.
That's valid.
I don't want. He quickly rushes over and like, you seem pretty smooth talkers. Do you guys think you could try to get this to her with this note? And he puts it inside the music box and puts a key into it to like lock it. It's a decent sized music box because of how big it is. For you guys, it's more of like a small chest instead of it being like a tiny music box that we think of like snow globe sized.
I mean,
Harriet will
our
take
other
it.
friends got pulled into their camp for a reason, so we could probably talk to them. We're all over the place. We're kind of important.
We have diplomatic immunity.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
In this tent, as long as he's alive. Once
Okay,
we leave this
we-
tent, we do not.
Can we have diplomatic immunity?
I can try to vouch for you. I can try to vouch for you guys if the things
No,
go sour, but
don't enable her. Don't do that.
but if you guys do something
Don't do that.
criminal or anything that might, show a lack of faith in the people I choose, I can't promise I can't protect you from the other nobility here.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what that means.
I'm gonna say
Protect us if we don't do anything too bad.
I only do good. It's
Go with
fine.
that.
okay. I'll see you at the wedding. I'll try to save you a seat in my friends and family table or something like that. How many of there are you? You say you have other friends.
5.
5. Okay.
Did you hear? He said I'm his family.
Friends and
I
family.
don't think. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
See
friends.
my-
I'm family.
So we should go. So I've got the music box, and we're gonna go meet our friends over on the Swin side if they will let us.
You can take. He goes over to the plate of food he had from earlier and he hands you some grapes because you've been probably
She'll
eyeing
take
the entire
the
time.
whole tray.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really hungry. All the
You had
like she'll like
apples.
take a grape up.
You had like 4 apples.
I don't think
That's enough. I only can drink the juice.
ever.
I kind of actually imagine that, like, whenever it's there, you do that thing where you pull a plate out and you put like 6 grapes on it, and then you put that plate on the table and then take the whole thing. And then doing that, Cinder's gonna reach over and grab the 6 you left.
Pretty, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm now realizing how exactly not meant for people my friends are. We don't usually deal with people.
Actually, I deal with people a lot. I'm just hungry all the time.
If you're vagabonds, that probably makes sense. You're typically robbing people.
So this guy seems great. We should hang out with him more.
Please go.
Are you looking for work? Do you want to work?
Dragging?
So away we go.
I have the
Pushing
chest.
out.
I have a
Like,
tray of fruit, and I am dragging at the same time.
I imagine like you took like a wine skin, you took off the lid and just like filled it with grapes.
Okay.
Thump with the claw finger.
Yeah.
with the wine still in it.
Yeah,
You
100%.
made yourself like a boba.
Yeah. And, yeah.
With grapes. Yum.
I think that's the best thing. That
Meet your
That sounds
ancestors.
But yeah, so
Oh,
Harriet
okay.
is pulling Cinder, I am pushing her, and we are leaving.
So I think we really made a connection here.
You know what? I think we did, and I will nod and agree as we continue going. And so we're gonna head over to the swim
Yes.
side.
I'm
Okay.
very specifically head back to like where Thomas was, because that was pretty much where we lost the other two
Yeah.
as well.
Awesome. Tony, my good sir, could you switch the music to the where is it? The Renaissance Festival one. Medieval Fair.
Real quick, Brett, before we fully leave this scene, would my threatening the guy for trying to give us money count as calling out a symbol of the stuff that I hate?
Yes, it definitely
Okay,
is.
I wiped away my exhaustion.
Okay, he still did get. He didn't give you guys anything, but you're probably guessing him inviting you to the family and friends table is pretty good payment because it means you're getting the best food and all of that.
We can stock it away.
It's not money, it's okay.
Later.
It takes you. You guys go back to the main thoroughfare, and it has changed a little bit. That fighting pit that had been set up was getting set up is now in full effect. And that's where you kind of saw where Thomas was. You do not see him at this moment. He seems to try to be blending in best he can. There are people handing out all kinds of free hors d'oeuvres and snacks, and people that are gambling on these fights. Right now, it looks like there seems to be. Actually, you know what? Let's see who we got. There's. Okay, and then. Oh, that poor guy. You see a young Swin, definitely maybe 18 or 19, just fresh off the block, and he's fighting Chisel. and it's no weapons, but the size difference, it's like a medium fighting a heavyweight. There's about 80 pounds between the two of them, and Chisel's just beating the shit out of this guy. And he's sitting there. He literally took out a pipe, and he's like, just give it up, man. It's all right. No one's gonna shame you for losing. And kid runs up, and he just lifts up his knee and hits the kid in the snout, and pushes him back to the ground. It is just a disrespectful display of combat. Yeah, it's not going good. People are less than thrilled, but a lot of people are also just cheering. You guys sit there for about another hour before your friends arrive. You still have no sign of Tommy, and he does not seem that he is looking for you at this moment. Or something's off.
I'm gonna start looking maybe more towards the guards and seeing if they are active.
Roll me. Let's check real quick. Read a tense situation. Which is cunning.
Oh good, I'm so good at that. That's a +0.
Harriet, why are they fighting?
Because they can.
This is fucking awesome!
One of them is a 1, but the other one's a 6.
Alright, so you get to ask.
I got a 7.
Yeah, I would say, who is in control here? That'd be the most appropriate one. I'm not gonna read it off to you. But looking through the guards, now that there are more badgers here, they are also trying to kind of become more normalized military, and the Swin do not seem to be a big fan of that, but they're not stopping it. So there's a weird pissing contest going on right now. But no one's taking swings and throws, and you can tell that there are even some of the troops and things like that that are taking off their armor and their weapons, and then probably going up next to fight in some of these pits just to kind of get that tension out. And you can even see a couple of them that are kind of tending to their wounds. There are a couple of apothecaries and doctors that are kind of taking care of those on either side. There seems to be no ill will, but the tension is, yeah, you can cut it with a knife. But yeah, Tommy does not seem to be any like the guards do not. If you ask any of them if they've seen a fox, they don't seem to notice or know anything about it. They're not trying to be deceitful. They're just it's a lot of people. Yeah. Around this point, you spot your squirrel and hedgehog buddies as they're walking towards you. Are either of you eating your spoils?
Too nervous still.
Fair
Like
enough.
every little clink
Demos
of
is-
something.
Yeah,
Just like-
Demos has stash of them, so they are not visible
Mm-hmm.
and not.
I'm just watching Ramona be adorable on her chest. She's so cute.
She's decided now she wants to play.
She's like, stop.
Stop, but don't. Stop.
Was she just playfully pulling on your beard hairs with her beak?
No, what she does is, when she wants to play, she gets as close to my mouth as she possibly can. As you can see her basically attacking my lips right now. And this is how
Precious.
she tells me that she does the more.
Do it.
Come on, Dad.
So,
Welcome back to the party. How was your side? We had fun. I'm hurt.
you looking at them. Ilya's covered in blood.
Is that yours?
Like an obscene amount of blood. Like they wash off a little bit, but like her dress is stained.
Do you bleed this much? I don't think my body holds this much blood.
I don't know. Is it your eye blood? Points at my injury.
There's a little bit of blood. It was mostly just the dart that was
It was
cut
the
open,
dart
but like
and then,
yeah.
yeah, the dart, and then mostly it was the poison.
We're fine. We had to deal with some poison too. It was same kind, if you know what I mean.
Did it also?
Same kind we found.
I don't know. I went numb for a little bit.
No,
and then
no.
I kind of started coughing up blood.
No.
No, we didn't get hurt. Same
No,
kind
I
that's
got
on
it.
my skin right.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. So we had fun trying to get that cleaned up, and now we're.
Was the one that did the poisoning also an otter?
I don't remember. What was it?
It was. It was.
Demos?
Yes.
It was an otter, right?
Yes, it was.
We might have a problem. Because it was most definitely an otter that shot me while trying to shoot Tony.
So why the hell the otter's getting all up in their business, and why did we stop it?
This is, no, this,
All I need is a childhood friend, so let him die.
it is, no, that, I have many questions about this. If you are, not for you, but for the situation at hand,
It just doesn't make sense.
it makes less sense than not making sense, if this makes any sense to you. But we have a possible instigator, an outside instigator, correct? The river folk, I believe. Yes?
Seems like it.
You guys do know that the the river residents do have like it is contract based, so it could have like otters can like anyone could do any work if you're part of the river residents. So it could be the river
Don't worry,
residents.
I'm getting there.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just making sure for chat as well, because for those that haven't been here before, I'm trying to be nice to them.
So initially we believed that maybe the river folk were behind this, but it would be foolish if we were the river folk to invoke a war upon two fronts.
One front would make sense.
One front might make sense, or as a contract idea, but to have both insinuates an outside party. Yes? But an outside party that shouldn't be the river folk, because they would be the ones that would be would garner the retribution. So we must find who has actually paid for these and why they believe that sowing true chaos is the way to go. Instead of pointing the families at each other, they are pointing them at a third unifying outside force. I don't know why the accent has gone this way, but it has. Tonight.
Well,
It's fine, my friend.
I don't know how much of an outside force it'd be if neither of the sides knew it was not the other party.
No, this is
It kind of, because the river folk are kind of the in-between for both of them. They've kind of just been neutral for this whole thing. So, like, if they're trying to get up to go after.
It is never a coincidence to believe that two assassinations with very similar means and very similar poisons happened within an hour of each other and are unrelated. We are entering the thought process of warfare. This is where I come in.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
What exactly do you mean by that?
I'm more confused by if both sides have been tried to be assassinated, then how does that not lead to, in the confusion of it all, and they're already hating each other, immediately hop into, well, you did this to me, well, no, you did this to me, kind of argument.
Because the assailants
Like
are
that?
too alike. If they were different assailants, maybe. But the fact that both assailants were a part of the river folk insinuates a different path. Yes, there could be chaos that ensues. This is a total possibility, but there is more to this, I believe.
Around this time, due to another fantastic roll, everyone that was on Team Badger a few minutes ago, looking past the soldiers' shoulders, because you three are actually taller than your squirrel and and hedgehog friend. You see that someone is seeming to be paying attention to you that is much larger and taller than Tommy by any means. And seeing that you guys basically make eye contact, that you can't see their face, they do quickly try to hide, but fail terribly.
I'm going
Bumping into somebody, and they say, "Hey, watch it," and they just deck them. The person that is watching just socks the guy, drops him cold, and tries to be stealthy, and everyone's like, "Whoa!" and like there's cheering, but like no one really, like the guards don't seem to care because It's not the soldier on soldier action. They're like,
I am
this
gonna
is
parkour my way over to his ass.
okay. Go ahead and go
real
ahead.
quick before
Go.
before this gets kicked off too much.
Mhm.
Is this the same being that was tailing us?
Yes, it was.
Then
Because you were having
I-
a conversation, though, your back was kind of turned. You didn't exactly have eyes
Okay.
on that at that moment.
Never mind then.
So I literally
Um,
have a thing called parkour. When you dash your way through a chaotic scene, roll with finesse on a.
Yep, yeah, that's attempting a roguish feat.
Well, that's a 2 and a 3 for a 6, plus 2 equals 8.
8. All right.
On a 7 to 8, roll 2, spend your hold 1 for 1 to dash to something within sight and reach without being stopped, or to dash away from something nearby. The first one.
Okay, so you straight up go Assassin's Creed 1 on the sky. Like, you're just going through this crowd, slick and smooth, and you catch up to this guy. He's taller than you, or they're taller than you, but you get right to them and they look at you. They're like, they don't know what to do because it's not like you've drawn a weapon on them or anything like that, right? You just like
No,
jump
I
up
am
and like
just
you're in
getting
front of
closer,
them.
Yeah. Hiya.
They wave. large swing hand.
Yeah. What you so interested?
They tap their throat.
Keep right. Cool. I'm gonna literally duck down into like the closest fucking stall and snag some paper and something to write with.
Roll pickpocket, which is a roguish feat if you don't have it, but it's still just finesse. You do? Well, then roll your pickpocket.
Oh, that's 12 plus 2.
You not only snag a notebook, you also snag a really nice, like, refillable charcoal, like, pen. You're like, ooh.
Ooh.
That's more for you than for the person. You grab another one. You grab a regular pen for them.
Yeah. There you go.
They begin. Does the rest of the group go after this? After them, by the way.
Y'all just saw me jet off.
If you turn and saw you know exactly who they're going after. For the record.
I can't stop it at this point. There's no point in trying.
So you're not following? Okay.
Curious now, so I'm going.
If you're not going, you do look over. You see Chisel beating, like I said earlier, beating the shit out of some kid.
Who still
Kid
hasn't
is
given
not.
up.
Kid has not given up yet, and Chisel is doing very much just like tired, just like disappointed, like backhand sort of like combat. He's seeming to be enjoying his smoke, at least.
And I do want to be clear that Demos is paying attention to this, but is not getting involved
Gotcha.
at the moment
For
of this interaction between our person following.
They say, they write down "not here." I know about the fox. Come with me. Their handwriting is decent, considering the size of the pen was not Swin size, showing some form of education.
Yeah. I'll look at the others and kind of just like nod that I'm gonna follow him if they want to follow him after.
Well, it's gonna follow, but like not join. Just kind of like keep a safe distance in case they need help.
Sure.
I think at this point with our friendship, they know I'm really quick to get in and out of situations.
Sure. Cinderwing and Harriet.
Hey, should we be in on this?
Fighting, but the following.
And so, yeah.
I love the weird relationship that Harriet and Cinderwing have slowly kind of grown. It's very Grog and Pike. It's
Being as subtle as you could possibly imagine.
So with lightning.
Loudly.
Yeah.
just tripping over everything you see and like, pardon, oh, I'm so sorry, catching someone on
There's
fire.
definitely a moment of like somebody,
Bottles of alcohol.
like, not even being in the way, but being close to being in the way. And Cinder's like, get the fuck out of my way, I'm following you.
Sorry. some tired like mouse adult is like, I'm sorry. You knock over his like flowers he was probably getting for his wife or whatever. He's just like,
But-
yep, okay. There is a large picnic or banquet area that seems to be the place where the wedding is going to be held proper. Right now, it's just kind of a almost like a mess hall or just a kind of communal eating area. A lot of people are going up in like their little individual fire pits that seem to be where they can be able to cook their own meats and things like that. There's several people, like I said earlier, that are catering. This does seem to be the more high-end stuff. And it's easy to spot where Tommy is. He's one of the few people that are sitting alone, still gently cradling his injuries. When seeing you and the Swin, kind of pulls his hood back and kind of rubs his face with a damp towel. Weird circumstance. Oh, is this the rest of your posse? Looking at all of you.
Don't just
Hi,
be
I'm-
fair. And I pull out the envelope.
And he immediately snatches it.
Hands over.
If he's before he even like opens the seal, he sees you leaning over. He takes it and pumps you on the nose.
I'm still gonna read it. I'm due drama. I got stabbed for him.
What?
Oh yeah, no, someone tried to kill him.
Thomas looks to the Swin, and their knuckles that are a little red from the person they socked earlier, go white for a second, but then they try to relax, and gently kind of beat. Their legs are sitting crisscrossed, and she is they're gently tapping on their leg, anxiously. I'll read this later. I don't need you reading this now. Go away. And he puts it into his collar.
You're no fun. I saved your boyfriend. He admitted to me.
We're not.
He's the best. You can't lie to me anymore.
This is why you never invited to the hangouts when you got older.
That is fair, but also I figured out what you could do. Anyway, who's this?
Oh yeah, may I introduce... I'm sorry, this isn't probably your normal sort of entourage, huh? She puts up a hand, and as she flips it back, you see a Swin woman who has... Her head is completely shaved other than a mohawk braid that goes down, that wraps to one side. It is covered with several different beads, flowers, and herbs. The most showing signs of military status and prowess. She is wearing... They don't really... Like I said, they kind of have a military uniform, but she's seeming to be wearing more... like, military casual. Like, this is what she'd put on underneath what her leathers would be. She also looks kind of... not as bad as Thomas, but she does have a black eye. You'll notice that something seems to be inflamed around her neck, which is what... And she then waves to all of you.
is gonna kind of enter in at this point, saying that it's not really like dangerous, but kind of just like
Friend.
She points. She looks at Tommy and points at her, and Tommy's like, "No, you can't kill her. You can't kill them."
we just saved your girlfriend.
I'm supposed to be we're helpful. That. But that.
So
Points at Ilya.
This
why
is
were you following?
this is Lady Cassandra, the Chiefess Cassandra, one of the other people that would have been being married to Tumnus. If yeah.
The other way.
So are you all
There was
poly?
another option for someone to marry Tumnus. Is it just are you her sister? Are you her?
She will write down and explain that it was a trial by combat to see you would have to marry the Badger Boy, and Corey lost.
You pointed at your throat. Is
Technically,
it poison?
technically she won, but it's winning, so you lost.
Poor Tumnus.
Because she
You
literally
pointed at
showed
your
enough
throat.
strength to get. She will mention and draw a sample of oil, of the ivy oil. Seems like to keep her, to something happened to make sure that she was silenced.
Is it something that you can, like, herbs can soothe? Looking for head knob or something?
She shrugs. She doesn't know, but you can tell that it's very inflamed, as if she's been scratching it a lot.
Maybe don't do that. I've heard that it apparently makes it worse.
Yeah, stop scratching. Do I have anything in my
dreadful.
inventory now that can help it?
You were able to pay, when you guys got paid. They also did restock any ointments and oils that you might have had or might have wanted from
Okay.
the stuff. So yeah, you have the means to fix it. Go ahead and roll me a medicine. Your medicine check.
What did we decide what it was again?
You have a skill for it, if memory serves. I just don't have your character sheet right in front of you. In front of me. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the specialty in poisons.
I'm counting poisons as also count as antidotes, so go ahead and just roll a poison check. Only pull up your the thief, scoundrel, Ronin, ranger.
The poisons and antidote specialty.
Yes.
I don't remember who chose to roll for it.
That's right.
Wouldn't it be cunning? Because that's like knowledge.
Yeah, I'd say cunning, because I also do not remember. And that's on me.
Last time.
I get by with a little help from my friends.
7, 8.
8. You're able to... She seems a little skeptical to get you close to her throat, which is fair for someone who's in the military. But see, she basically offers it to your hands so that way she can rub it on. And she generously bows to you, so basically that she goes below your eye level, saying thank you.
Should ease up in a couple of minutes, hopefully.
So you got poisoned, probably. I got poisoned.
Seems like
Protecting Tumnus.
silent.
Apparently, Cora just got attempted to be poisoned. And Ilya here stopped it.
Could you please explain that to me? Exactly what happened? And we'll go over that. You've explained kind of the whole situation on both sides, so that way we're not rehashing things that we've already rehashed.
I got stabbed.
Demos, hearing her talk, you actually do recognize her. When you first had arrived, she was one of the clans that your troop had met. she was interested enough in the different techniques of combat and cooking that you guys did, but she's not really the chatty type. Maybe that was just for the formal setting, but right now when you guys talk to her, she actually is very articulate and is able to communicate fairly well, like how she's feeling. Yes, she does break the clay bowl that she had her food in rage when hearing certain things about what happened to Corey.
So, how do you two looking at Cassandra and Thomas? Tony?
No. First thing is, why the hell were you fucking following us?
You were in there
You
with
came out of Corey's,
Corey,
didn't you?
and I wanted to make sure she was okay, but I couldn't really talk. And how do you explain? Hey, I don't have any currency on me right now.
You come up to a person with a note. You don't fucking follow them.
I didn't have any parchment. I'm sorry.
There's parchment everywhere. Just grab it like shoot it.
This one doesn't have money. I like her.
I like your
Anyway.
vest, by the way.
Now continue.
She
Sorry.
heard you.
I think she heard you.
I wanted to try to, I didn't know how to articulate, and she looks upset. Demos, and anyone else who spent some time with the Swin, which I think would be Cinderwing and technically, Harriet, go ahead and roll me cunning checks. Demos, you get
Spending
plus
time
one.
with this win mean having been in jail.
You've spent some time with the Swin, kind of, like, but you might recall their customs, maybe.
8.
8.
Awesome.
Oh,
A bad
hell
roll,
yeah.
9.
That's a 15.
For the record, I did not message Tony telling him to say that.
Sure.
That is, but for the record,
That's
that
the
is,
highest roll I think you could ever get
possible.
in this game.
Yeah. So that is double 6s on the dice. That is my maxed out cunning. Technically, I could get a little bit higher. No, I actually
No, you can only get
to
plus
max
two.
of. No.
You can only
So
get
and then the
plus 2.
+1 you gave me. So I could have technically had a +3 and then the +1 you gave me. But yeah. So
Plus 15's fine.
It's, I guess if I have to take it, I'll take it. You know.
8, 15, and what rule are even?
9.
9. The people below 10 are able to tell that something is off. It seems like if she's meant to be a chiefess similar to Corey, why would she be broke? And like, shouldn't she have like an entourage or be wearing any of her flags or colors? Demos, looking at this woman, the chiefesses never shave their heads. That from the time you spent with them, their heads are never shaven. And they're always wearing some sort of like memorabilia, like they would notice. It looks like she's been stripped of her titles. Because she only has one braid instead of having like a full head of hair. When you guys met Corey, she had a full head of hair that was braided.
I think Demos is going to clock this, I think, very quickly. You did say Demos recognized this person from visiting his clan specifically.
Yes. And that was a while ago, but she was still very much full head of hair, which is why it took you a bit longer to recognize her, because some of her mannerism when she ate as being a cook, you notice how people eat and how like. Also, she was very kind to you. She said thank yous and things of that caliber, which not all of them did.
Yes. I wish we could have met on much kinder terms than the ones we are now. We could have become reacquainted in that fashion.
Me too, sir. Me too.
They did not strip you of your rank because of us, did they?
No. This was an objection to the wedding.
Which is
I,
the next question. Sorry to interrupt.
If you make me say anything, I'm going to rip out your tongue. If you ask me anything about Korea, I will rip out your tongue.
I'm not asking about Corey. No, thank you for the warning. No, you two. Thomas. And
Oh, he was getting mugged. I killed his assailants.
how do you get mugged again?
No, this first time.
Oh, the first time. Okay.
You said they were.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't know that. But
No, everything's
you said
been explained
they
now.
were the
Everyone knows. Everyone knows things.
Yeah.
He said it was the guards that were mugging him, though.
Yes.
I'm confused.
It's
guards.
not.
It's
Yeah.
Wouldn't that have caused an incident?
It would have if I got caught.
Guys, I don't like
I
this.
mean, that's perfectly sound logic to me. I am just
Which is why
expecting
I'm
Tom to
wearing
sit
the-
here like,
He looks very concerned, and the 1,000-yard stare he has. He's like, I saw this woman kill 2 armed badgers with her bare hands.
Which, by the way, ma'am, respect immensely.
Thanks.
Well, I mean, they're big. I'm quick, but I'm not.
Looks you up, gives you one to it. I can tell.
It is what it is. I put my strength to use. Anyway, so you're saying no to the wedding.
Yes.
Wouldn't have. Apparently, it cost you a great deal. You wouldn't happen to know anyone who had some others do it.
I need you to roll me to persuade an NPC, which is charm.
Why am I the one talking? Why do y'all let me talk?
Because you talked over me, friend.
You did.
You
really
stole it
did.
from me. I was getting to that.
You're so slow! I'm sorry. No,
He's methodical. There are plenty of people that would hire others to fun entertainment, and they're decent enough combatants.
Yeah, but one of them shot me and the other one apparently...
I wasn't a part of these assassination attempts and stuff that you're trying to
No. I'm
insinuate.
not asking if you hired them. I'm asking if you maybe know a party who would.
Anything. Also, Demos, what are you trying to say?
What? Demos was not speaking up in that moment, so I'm not sure what you're calling back, my friend.
I thought I heard you trying to talk before Blood started saying stuff too. Sorry.
No, I mean that was a ways back in the conversation. We're okay.
Okay.
I wasn't a part of it, and I've lost everything. I couldn't tell you.
Do you happen to, like, why now? And why are they trying to kill them versus, like, just interrupting the wedding? Like, why kill? That's my question. 'Cause
It's more showy.
not-
It gives better excuse for war.
why on either side? Why would someone trying to be put someone that's usually in the middle?
War brings
Uh,
money.
Tony,
War brings money, but the otters are already in, like, they don't get money if both are trying to come after them.
Could you change the music to Oregon Trail, please?
Are we getting dysentery?
Not quite.
This
is why I think money's so fucked up. People do stupid shit.
Well, it's also land and food.
There's plenty of fucking land.
If we just get rid of money.
And, like, being together would mean more food. Like, it's bad for people like us, but for the river folk, that's good.
There will always be a thing that is coveted. If it is not money, maybe it is food, maybe it is land, maybe it is people. Society seems to find a way.
My condolences, by the way, about your clan, Ronan. It's spread for those that were interested in your skills. I would have given you better protection than those that you thought that tried to earn your trust, and I'm sorry for that. And she'll offer a handout to you in a warrior to warrior like bond.
Demos is going to probably take 2 beats of not long enough for it to be a rejection or anything, but there is a hot second of like measurement before shaking.
At this point, Tommy got up to get everyone some drinks. Something stronger than, mostly because he has money and, Cassie does not.
Look, what we're saying can't leave this area either. I'm pretty sure your lady friend would kill us if word got out. So,
Yeah.
just want to put that out there real quick.
I mean, the problem I'm seeing is neither of them have met each other.
No.
I'm assuming the Swin, that's how it's said. The Swin are expecting some macho warrior because of what Tony's father was. But that ain't exactly what they're getting.
And Cassandra snorts. If what Thomas tells me, this is going to be a very rude awakening.
He's a book nerd. He's a book nerd in love with the
What's that?
box.
How would that?
Thomas is like, hey, at least I actually can articulate my emotions and not dig into other people's.
Harriet, who are they talking about?
Valid and fair. Also, funky. But
There's a good chance your folks will be at this wedding, by the way, if they're not here already.
I know there's someone around here, and I'm the one that like the plague. It's fine. We're fine.
You mean rabies?
No, I'm not coming back. We've been avoiding that conversation.
Situation.
I've been avoiding any conversation. I'm really.
Isn't that ironic?
They're so boring.
Cassie snorts again. So, where do all of you fit into this exactly?
We came here to stop it originally.
Oh,
I mean, I came here to steal stuff.
But then we ended up for not stopping it and making it continue.
Well,
Doesn't make sense
I
to
mean,
me.
we didn't want
This
it.
is not true.
So here's the thing. We wanted it to stop, but we didn't want them dead, because I know Tumnus, and I know nothing about the Swin lady, but I don't wish her any ill.
Her name is Corey.
Ori. Yes.
Swin, I'm not gonna lie, no offense to you, but Swin, that's the reason I'm kind of just with these idiots now. But
None taken.
I'm a herbalist. I don't like seeing people get hurt. You know? I like making fancy teas and helping people when they're in pain.
And every troop needs a healer.
What they're saying is that we're kind of folk heroes, and we're here to do good things.
What
By
I'm saying is one causes too many burns.
There's something a bit more dark and sinister behind all of the wedding nonsense here. And that's a bit more where we're looking right now.
I agree that there's not much I can do. I don't have any resources.
Your knowledge is a resource. Who else spoke up? Any letters? Any creatures hanging around when they shouldn't have? Like,
Any
little
tribes
thing.
trying to pitch a fit over this that's going on?
Any tribes that we were gonna have a deal with
All
that
the
got
big-
fooled.
All the big herds are here. At least 7. All of them would have their own reasons. Most of them admired Corey. I mean, you've met her.
Why go out?
She got your
See, the
father.
only problem I'm finding with all of this is they sent someone after both sides. They tried to kill both the bride and groom.
Well, that's the one thing that makes sense because they were just trying to end it no matter what. If one fails, then the other succeed.
There could be
Not so
two.
much.
It could be 2 different parties.
I didn't
Could
think
be.
about that.
I do believe in a third party. Is my belief.
What if it was somebody framing the otters?
Yes, darling.
I mean,
Yeah.
the village residents are cutthroats, like you vagabonds. No offense. Looking to
Wow.
Ilya.
I have never done any violence.
You burnt down a bank.
That was last week. That doesn't count.
Okay.
No offense to that. There's a reason I'm
Emerald
hanging
sisters
around them.
And zippies.
I'm more into trade of
Damn.
services instead of currency. Feathers.
This is my new best friend.
I believe,
I'm not
alright.
telling this with your best friend because he gave us the music box.
Music.
No, he
Hey.
said I was family.
Okay.
I thought
Thomas
you
is
guys
like. Thomas, music box? Looking puzzled.
I mean, you been making a music box. You're supposed to deliver it to Corey, but with how things are tensing up, I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
be able to walk back in.
Are y'all able to
They were-
go back in?
We're like,
I
we might.
I believe we could. Yes. And Ilya, I know it does not behoove you to enter once again, so I would be willing to do it in your stead.
I appreciate that.
Is there any way you could let her know that you've seen me as well, please?
Yes, you should probably have
Mm.
backup.
I'll go.
In which way would you like me to let them know that I have seen you? Well,
I'll go. I wanna go. Can I go?
I don't think they let you guys in.
I got the big
Uh,
box.
Cassandra has a couple of trinkets here and there, but not a lot. As like someone who's been Rufus ass, but has some prides. She tugs one off of a small, poorly made charm. It looks to be made of either bone or like dried clay. And she hands it to you. It's got a mark of strength.
going back in and we can't leave you alone, I will. I don't want to, but I'll go back in because I don't know if they'll let them.
Or we could send Harriet. Harriet really didn't get seen on the Badger side. Does Harriet want to go?
It's not about being seen. They weren't going to let us in unless we were. The only reason they let us in is because we were with the handmaid.
Rebecca was her name.
Rebecca.
Okay with going. Because make me a list.
I would, in fact, warn you away from asking many questions. These are people who persecute those who talk too much.
You're not fun.
They prefer a fight to a question. And I do not believe that Harriet, or any of you, would prefer to be on the receiving end of one of these fights.
But you
Which
don't
means we
know what
must be
I know
restrained.
from the outside.
Demos is absolutely right. We don't want to fight. Harriet, if we end up getting in a fight, you need a code word to let us know that you're in trouble. So something subtle like, oh fuck, they're gonna kill me, I'm in trouble.
I will do my best, but I am easily broken because I have hollow bones.
Sandra
One of these pulls out a Molotov.
Cassie leans over to Thomas and says, I'm starting to see why a lot of your people leave the Badgers, or the Boston. And he's like, that's a terrible thing to say, and Cassandra shrugs.
I love that you had a private conversation between your two NPCs and then laughed at yourself with the
It's
conversation.
funny, I'm sorry!
No, I think that's hilarious.
So,
I can't.
send the music box with them, that way they have a reason to go back. Though I don't know how you're going to explain how you have the music box if you don't have somebody on the back side.
I was there in the room with you.
Well, no, I didn't know if they were willing to take you. 'Cause I thought
I'm neutral.
I don't think
I'm neutral.
we
Cassie,
think it's gonna be allowed.
before my friends talk themselves into an impossibility. To get back in, do we all need a mark of strength?
Also,
No.
I
If
didn't necessarily.
the mark of strength is a gift to Corey. If you have been seen in there, if anyone gives you any sort of resistance, she lifts up her snout and does a few sniff snuffs, and you have something that will indicate that you've been there already.
Okay. Understood.
You know, I feel like this, pre-wedding stuff is taking up really, really long. Like, I thought that the wedding would have happened.
I mean,
Right
let's
before
get
something stressful,
ready.
the days get longer.
Yeah. Well, especially when you're commuting between two separate bases. She eats another grape and then she perks up again. She's like, okay, I feel better. Let's go.
You were able to make it to the camp, no problem. The guards have not shifted between then and there. When you get to the gate proper, like the actual fortress proper, they do raise a hand to you and ask, what are you doing back?
Official wedding business. And in fact, I think Demos is going to turn on a side that we have not seen yet. Official wedding business, and if you do not get out of my way, then you will probably be thrown out of the highest window around. Not by me, of course.
go ahead and roll to persuade or intimidate an NPC. Use that sweet, sweet charm you have, my friend.
Heck yeah. Cool.
Can I give him assistance with my charm offensive move?
And what does that do?
When you play upon an enemy's insecurities, concerns, or fears to distract them with words, this is technically during a fight, but I'm considering this a verbal battle. And roll with cunning. On a hit, you create an opening for yourself.
If you want to make that cunning, you can be like, yeah,
So
or whatever you're gonna
I
do.
was also going to use something to turn it into cunning. So
I mean, you both can see what happens. I mean, there's also a help or interfere ability you could have used as well, wife, instead.
yeah, my
Well,
well
then yeah, we
mannered
can do that.
is
Honestly, I would have just helped. That was me attempting to justify a help action. So.
You mark 1 exhaustion, and you add 1 to your roll, Demos.
mark 1.
I eat another grape.
3
and
exhaustion
my
for me.
exhaustion.
No. Mal takes an exhaustion because she's giving you the help action.
Okay, never mind.
I eat
2
another grape
exhaustion
and
still
I
for me.
clear my exhaustion because I have the glutton.
Okay. You go.
I didn't like that.
I'm sorry. That's what you did.
Brett, don't make those sounds.
Should I save that for the Patreon only content?
Yeah, those are private sounds.
Okay.
That's paid content sounds. Yes.
The only
So-
other time I've heard Brett make that sound was on the hidden microphones.
So, what does the help do again? What is
Gives
that?
you plus
It
1.
adds.
+1. Okay, cool. So that puts me at a 12.
Swine really don't go pale, but his pupils do a thing. He's like, oh no, this tiny is serious. And he sidesteps and his friend is like, does it as well. The father's gone. When you go in there, you do see Rebecca trying to get her into, trying to get Corey into this outfit and doing her best, but Corey's not taking it very well, because she's having to try to put on certain gowns and like layers on a recently closed wound. Corey recognizes you first. He's like, Becca, if you don't step over there. What are you guys doing back?
I put down the music.
Cute friend.
This is a gift from Tumnus. And there's also a secret note.
Corey kind of tilts her head but looks to Rebecca and says, I've always loved bats, they're so quirky. And she gestures over to her 2 hedgehog hands, which quickly run over, grab it, and open up the music box, make sure it's not trapped or poisoned or anything like that. And when it opens, a lullaby plays. Give me 1 second, I gotta make sure I grab the right track.
It's a diss track.
Turns out this lullaby is actually a song telling about like how awful the Swin are.
Could you turn it to Lord Keeper's Grove, Tony, please?
Yes, I can.
And go to like the 30-second mark, if you could. If you can do that. If not, that's okay.
There.
It's a calming piece. There's no ill intent or malice behind it. It's soft, which for those of you that met with Tumnus, it tracks. Corey kind of looks to it and listens to it for a little bit before gently closing it. That's really sweet. I didn't get him anything that. Also, you guys were with the bossin, but you didn't. You saved me. I'm grateful. Don't get me wrong, but beyond confused. Who are you people?
Freedom fighters. No, we just don't care.
No, we just don't care.
Cinder gets a random moment of joy of like something good has just happened.
Cinder immediately levels up 4 times just from the bliss of feeling hearing those words.
And in that moment, their heart grew.
Their Molotov collection. They just blinked and 6 more.
Where that was coming from?
We are called the Spark. There's something small, and yet we grow.
I was
We
really
do
clever. I didn't know
Both
we
good
had a name.
and bad. So,
Well, a pleasure to meet you, Spark. I didn't really introduce myself last time. Hi, and she'll awkwardly stand up, kind of wincing at the pain, and do a very not appropriate for her curtsy, because you don't think you'd ever see, a chieftain curtsy, but now you've seen everything. I am Chief Discory, about to be Mrs. I don't know. Thank you again for the help, and music box nice, but again, I don't have anything for him. Was this
To be
it? Do you
fair,
guys want? Do you need to be paid
I
for this? Like,
I am going to ask
I'll
a
take
question.
money.
That is, and Demos is going to bat the hand out of the air.
that's hand.
Just move it direct. You may repay us by answering a few simple questions.
Sure, I guess. What's up? She sits
Do
back
you-
down.
Do you want this?
Marriage?
Today. All of this.
No. I mean, the surprise brawl was kind of nice, but everything else has been kind of a shit show.
Then why?
Tradition, mostly. And, trying to keep something safe, I guess. She looks down to the music box and is not playing with it in her hand like you would like a Rubik's Cube, but not like breaking it, just like kind of tossing in her hand back and forth.
What can you keep unsafe in your unhappiness that you cannot keep safe with your happiness?
Have you ever been to war?
I have fought.
Then you know the risks that can take and the consequences of those that are in power will try to do if you don't do it. I know who tried to kill me. Doesn't really change anything, unfortunately.
Mention the other assassination.
A random pigeon dropped by and just dropped some shit right on Harriet's head.
Who do you believe tried to kill you?
This is a covered cabin.
It's actually not. The other one was a covered cabin. This is just an open field. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tony. Demos, please.
Who do you believe tried to kill you?
Oh, it was my brother.
Was it
It just
Rob?
was. Yeah, I have 6 siblings. I'm the oldest.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And so the
Could've been all
attempts
of
would
them if there's
continue, correct?
Oh, well, if there isn't going to be an incursion, when I'm cutting the wedding cake or whatever is going to happen, I'm going to be carving him with it if he tries something.
Your betrothed was also attacked. Are you aware of this?
No. But he's alive, right?
Yeah.
Due to our friends, yes.
Yeah, our friend got stabbed instead of him.
Oh. That's fair. Rebecca did actually try to step in the way of this, but I pushed her out of the way. And Rebecca, who is now trying to make the thing, smacks the injury. She's like, "Ow!" Why? And Rebecca just grumbles something that only someone who has been with someone for as long as she has can say, and in colorful language that would even make a Swin blush.
And there are no other ways to achieve peace or a deal outside of.
He wants conflict. He's young and stupid.
I do not mean within your family. I mean between families.
Oh, I don't know. I've heard. I've never met the guy. Sure, he's fine. Kind of annoyed that he had to go saved by a bunch of people, but that's, we all have our flaws.
I mean, you in fact also did need to get saved.
But I did take out the assignment by myself. I feel like it's a little different. Like, you gotta support the medical team, but I feel like it's a little different. Is it not? No, it's not. Is it? Fuck.
You are more alike than you believe.
What's his fur like? I've never seen a badger, so is it soft or what is it like?
It's coarse. It's really thick, but it's kind of
Really?
soft.
Okay. This was nice, and she'll gently put the music back and tap it. She'll open it up again and let the music play.
Also, I want it on the record, I've never actually touched a badger. Do not touch wild badgers. They are actually kind of dangerous.
They're completely dangerous.
Kind of, yeah, very dangerous.
They're rabid. They're there's nothing safe about badgers.
Rabid.
They got
have
rabies.
zero
Don't
fear and will
touch
fight
them.
God because why not?
Yeah.
Honey badger don't give
Dude.
a fuck.
Kiss them.
No, those are bears, not
You're
badgers.
supposed to do much.
No, those are banana slugs.
Happy Pride?
Kiss the banana.
Banana slugs?
In general, I suppose.
I'm trying. Tony, am trying to think of the questions and the order that I need to do.
You're trying to make sure that you don't sequence break and get different answers.
More that I don't get us kicked out with the lines of questioning that I need to do, but also that I get us somewhere functional.
You still have not given her the item for Cassandra.
Yeah, I was just about to kind of elbow them and be like, the bone.
Oh, I do have. I have one more line of questioning before that, though. Is it not a problem for you if your betrothed is, in fact, probably the farthest from a fighter? Wow, that accent's really gone away from me.
This is, I mean, I don't know. Right now, I'm trying to make sure that less people have to die than they already have. Excuse me. She adjusts herself and kind of rubs her snort. There's already been enough bloodshed just to get to this point. I don't want more.
There also has been more than just bloodshed, as I understand it. And Demos is going to reach into one of the pockets of his tunic and hand over the gift from Cassie.
She takes it in her hand, and she's been a tough cookie this entire time you've been here. You begin to see that like wall begin to crumble as her hands begin to shake. It's like, where did you get this?
From a friend.
You better not be lying to me, squirrel.
Is her name Cassandra?
With the swiftness that you're not expecting, she steps up and she takes you like you're a puppy and picks you up, Harriet. How do you know that name?
Because we talked to her.
She's supposed to be... Rebecca's like, Corey, darling, you need to put her down. Put her down before you accidentally break any of her little bones.
They are very little.
And also
Demos
Lola.
is going to
Also
yeah. You will not get information out of breaking Harriet.
Sorry. And she puts you down and gently pats your head. like little, like how you do with like little kittens, like just like little streaks back so your eyes are just that. Yeah, pretty much.
I'm just gonna, and she'll go over to the fruit table and just start eating fruit. This way. This work.
From one who
But-
is supposed to be dead to another. Or from another, I shall say. Those of us who know how to survive will continue to survive. No matter the pain.
She's here then?
She is close enough to be painful and heartwarming.
Can I roll to see if she's in love with her?
You don't need a roll.
I was gonna say that's definitely not a roll needed.
Listen, I gotta try.
Well, yeah, you know what, wife?
Fed.
You know what, wife? Go ahead and roll to read a tense situation, which is cunning. Or actually, you know what? No, there's even figure someone out, which is charm. I'm sorry, that's figure someone out.
I would like to be actively helping. So
That'll give you another exhaustion. You do not want the exhaustion. You pass out immediately.
We're almost at the end of this arc anyway, right? I'll take
I can
3
feel
exhaustion for this bit.
Do you want to? So you can add the help afterwards, wife. What'd you roll without the
No.
assistance?
I rolled a 9 without assistance. I've said that.
Okay.
Times.
She's.
I know
yeah.
she's gay.
So wait, 10 is better though, right?
On a 10 plus,
Oh
you
my
get to
God,
hold 3.
lavender wedding.
I feel like we
During
want that
Pride
kick
Month,
up, don't
what?
we?
Seriously?
I feel like we want to kick up that, right? Yeah, I'm spending that exhaustion.
Oh.
Chat, if you want to spend 5k points, do we have anything with 5k points to give?
No,
If
let
you
Tony
do-
do this, because it means that I get to burn something down.
Okay. Wait, no, hold on. Wait a minute.
5k points.
so you
What do you want me to fucking spend it on?
I was
5k
yeah.
points is lose vision, by the way, or take
what
a
I
break.
was-
Also take a break, and also yeah.
What I was going to suggest is that if people want to spend 5k points, like giving inspiration, they could undo buffs or things of that
Here.
for my types of games.
Oh no, we can't do the advantage. We disabled the here.
I spent 5k.
All right, Tony, you
I've
can
lost my
you can get back into a stamina.
Do hold on? Are all of us losing our vision, or like who are you
It's
appointing?
supposed to be
lose-
just one person.
My glasses are gone. I spent 5k.
Okay, fine. You know what?
Everyone's
All of
happy.
us with glasses.
I can't see my cards anymore.
Tony's wearing contacts, so
You gotta put on
I'll just-
sunglasses.
he's exempt.
The wife.
Yeah.
You can just ask 3 questions. Is this character telling the truth? What
Got
is the character really feeling? And what does the character wish to do? Are the three that would be the best?
What would the character wish to do?
They want to go find Cassandra.
Sorry, I got distracted for some reason. Ramona flying.
Ramona's being a cutie. She's gonna cutie all stream.
The funniest thing to me.
My eyes.
What is?
I cannot see.
Is Tony just blindfolded?
Yes,
Yeah,
and I'm not
what
opening my eyes.
Is that what I'm not seeing right now?
Yes.
Blood's like the blurb looks different now.
It does.
I think I have the best vision without
Also,
glasses.
is darkness gone?
Darkness
Yeah.
just left.
Oh fuck!
Darkness was like, I forgot to put my contacts in. I don't know.
I think they had to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
Context
but-
chat. Look at my vision. It's no.
What?
It automatically fucking adjusts. Never fucking mind.
Oh,
Fuck that.
don't say that because that's gonna scare Blood.
There's a spider in Brett's beard? I hope not.
I can't read anything. What the fuck are you saying? I can't see shit.
Don't say that because it will scare Blood. Brett immediately says it, and Blood's like, I'm blind. Why?
Don't worry, Blood. There's not a spider
Also-
in your beard.
This is my vision. Wait, it actually.
All of our cameras are just adjusting to
Yeah,
it.
they just adjust immediately. It sucks.
So she wants to go find Cassandra, wife. Next question. Yes, she's telling the truth. Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say she's telling the truth. The other one was. I can't remember.
How is she feeling? It's regret. Intense regret.
Okay, so I have a proposition,
And Tony, we put our glasses back on. You
Oh,
you
did
are
we?
free.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't
So
see.
can we put
Because I
has
lost
the
my
time
vision.
Limit passed.
Frankly, I don't care about a time limit. It was gonna give me a headache if I didn't put them back on.
We participated in the bit.
did.
We fully did.
Yeah, all of us.
Thanks, Emerald.
That's what Twitch is,
but-
though. It's just a big ass fish tank.
So she will. Harriet will, like, kind of contemplate her options. Is anyone else besides Rebecca in the room?
There's her.
So there's Corey and Rebecca.
Then there are the two hedgehog attendees that are doing all the little stuff that Rebecca isn't doing.
Okay, so
I will. Corey, can you have any unnecessary people leave real quick?
She kind of looks around. These are the closest.
I'm not
things
gonna
I have.
murder you.
I don't think you could.
That's also true.
These are my closest. These are my friends.
Okay.
Anything.
So
Nothing. They
here's the thing.
leave this room.
neither of you want to marry each other. Neither of you are excited for this. In fact, both of you really just want to get this over with. Because that's what Tumnus told us. He made you the gift because he's an artist and also he has a boyfriend.
Okay.
So, with all of that information, you guys don't want to get married. So, and frankly, we don't think that a marriage would help anyone collectively. So how can we help you make this stop without killing too many people?
I mean, the best option would be to try to frame a kidnapping of one of us. That's
It would be a lot easier to kidnap Tumnus then, because, respect, but, we can't take you.
I don't know. Looks at Emos. He makes me nervous. It's you got some warriors among you, I think. Also,
That
you
is
smell the
true,
fire.
but I don't know if he could bench you. Because, kidnaps always in my mind go, over the shoulder with, a bag over your head, and I don't think you'd like either of that. Especially because you're very hurt.
Well, maybe not. You might not be able to kidnap me, but she looks to two hedgehog associates who are glaring at you for still stuffing your face full of just food.
Yeah, her cheeks are chipmunked proper. It's sucking on the juices, she's between breaths.
You're gonna come back from this meeting and be like, good news, guys. The bride hired us to kidnap the broom.
That would be something we could do, or you can mess up the service in some way. I don't.
A lot easier. We have a lot of Molotov cocktails in an undisclosed way.
I don't.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I'm getting more and more excited, but I feel like I can't participate in whatever is going to happen.
I mean, we can absolutely give you one, but I think it would look bad if you did.
Probably, yeah. And what I was trying to say is, if you kidnap some of my menials and then use them as bait to make me go with you, that'd be something that could be done. Also, I now want to just talk to Tumnus and see how he's feeling, because there's been no communication. Like, she'll open up the note and do her best to read it, but Rebecca has to come and help her with a couple of the words.
They are big words. He's a big word user.
Oh, stab me again.
No, because then you're gonna get mad again, and that's dangerous for everyone.
I'm sorry. I wasn't mad at you. I just.
No, you're fine. This also might be a stereotype I'm projecting. I'm
Probably just a little bit. It's fine. We deserve it. Oh, by the way, sorry about grabbing you. And she'll take out a caramelized apple. Here.
She will 100% take this apple and absolutely just like jam it in her cheek after a finished grape is done. Okay, so what if we were able to like sneak you and Tumnus out so that way you guys can come up with a plan and then do that.
The wedding's at sunset tomorrow. When will we have time? How are we gonna get across?
Both are royalty. Can you not just tell people that you're gonna like just take a midnight walk?
Not during potential war.
Well, we could maybe. Well, I
My
mean,
father
obviously, like,
doesn't even. My father is literally doubled the guards. I can't. I'm concerned if I piss, they're gonna come here thinking I'm being boiled alive.
The good news is that we're really good at distractions. Like I said, we have a lot of Molotov cocktails in undisclosed locations.
We have other options as well.
Yeah.
Why are you helping us? Me.
Because
Tumnus.
a weird snake lady told us to. And also because we don't want this to happen either.
A what?
I don't want to go over it. It was traumatizing.
There are more forces at foot right now.
Like,
But you do not need to know all of the details of why we are helping. What you need to know is that we do.
And you both benefit from it. You both get to be with your respective partners, and then we get paid at the end of the day. Maybe. We'll take money, probably. Or fruit. I'd like fruit.
she takes a knife and cuts her thumb and puts it onto a piece of leather and kind of makes a print. She then hands to you, Demos, this piece of leather. This is mine. If you need to come and talk to me again or get anywhere into the camp, this is proof enough. With her thumbprint, she actually drew a symbol, which is probably her clan, you're guessing, and then she gave it to you. So that might help with whatever you guys are trying to do, but I can't really do much more than that.
I mean, the fact that you were willing to talk to us is more helpful than you think.
I'm gonna be honest.
well-
I'm not concerned about you guys being here.
Well, I mean, considering, like, you know, Ilya helped you earlier and stuff like that.
Thank you for that again, by the way. I really wasn't very
You were in
chatty
pain,
last time.
You know, you're in pain trying to get in a dress way too early for your wedding.
It's the fittings. It's different every time.
Oh. We don't wear dresses like that, so it's fine.
How do you put on clothes? So, sorry, Rebecca slaps it. Oh, sorry.
Overalls are fun.
Oh.
I'm assuming that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
I don't know how much longer you'll be able to get in here before my father shows up. He's been coming in here every hour, so you guys might
to
need to
be
get
fair,
out.
I don't think he would notice us. So
What would be important to him?
He wants this thing to go off without a hitch.
No.
for him,
Not about this event. What does your father care about more than anything?
Oh, power, strength, displays of it. He doesn't. If I'm going to die, he said this after you guys left. If I'm going to die. He wants it to be open in enough space so that way that it's clear that the work can happen.
well, let's just say that for now, we will. If you're able to like sneak out at like midnight, if we can sneak out at like midnight, in like the eastern, whichever direction has more trees and like cover, and we'll tell Tumnus to do the same thing, so that
Harriet.
way, and then yeah.
No, sorry, not Harriet. Ilya. You know where the Bramblefoots usually put their carts? And it's basically the midpoint between the town and where the Badgers would be. And even though they have one cart, they usually can make a pretty decent thing. If you're going to try to do somewhere discreet, this is an open field. There's no real places you can hide, other than probably there. You would know that. If you're willing to, be a part of this conversation, because you are here listening to all this.
Wasn't here. I thought it was just Harriet and Demos.
No, Ilya went with you guys. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. We've been talking white, huh?
Ilya,
Yeah, no, the only ones that stay behind home, sorry.
You're good. Would you be able to mix up a concoction that would make one appear dead without being dead?
You could make a poison that's distilled enough that if you were able to get them the antidote in time, they would survive, but it could put them in a coma-like state if needed.
I think I've seen that play.
Yeah.
But make it gay.
So just make Mercutio be the main character, because he's far more interesting than Romeo or Juliet. Mercutio carries the first half of that play, and as soon as he's gone, it's like, well, it's over. There's no reason to play it.
That's the real reason
Yes,
everyone
Ilya,
lost themselves
if
at the
this is
end.
something you are willing to do, there is the possibility that we could have each of our suitors take their own version, and then when they are pronounced and found, find their way into, you in fact would likely be called for this one, and we can find them out of here, because you do not normally just keep a dead body around.
If I could just above the table real quick,
No.
if both of them dying is what the bad people want to start the war, maybe faking both of their deaths is not a good path.
Here's the thing. You could. Don't worry. Demos has more to this plan.
Demos wants his Romeo and Juliet fanfic realized.
For the record, now I'm on it as Tony. It may not be a thing for the record. Brett, wave me off if you need to. But The crux of this plan would in fact include notes from each, or some sort of work from each camp that testifies that it was not an outside force.
You want me to fake my own death?
Fake your own.
Fake my own
gain.
My own
Slip and slide.
cowardice. I'm not saying that is cowardice. That's just how this character would respect that for the record.
No. I hear you.
I think that was more for the viewers.
Yeah. It is not cowardice. It is courage to take your own freedom. It is taking your own power back from those who have ripped it from you, putting you in this position. It is taking away the ability to call for war from your own father. There is nothing more powerful.
NPC.
Okay. This is.
This is the military. You're talking about it from a soldier to a soldier, so
Yeah.
your soldier skill, if you'd like, you can use that.
Okay.
This is one of those times to chat where if you need to step away, please feel free to do so. There's nothing wrong with that. This is a heavy topic, and it's one of those things that it's unfortunate.
Okay, that's. Yeah. Okay. All right. That. Okay. Okay. You said I get up. I have an ongoing +1 to.
All swing rolls, yes.
That puts me at a 9.
Helping!
Okay, go ahead and get mark yourself that exhaustion, Wifficus.
I
That
need
puts
another
us at a
grade.
10. With that,
That makes it a 10. They see things your way, right when you give them a strong enough motive and a reasonable bribe. Can you promise me, Squirrel, that I will see Cassie again?
Within my power. You will see Cassie again if you follow our every instruction.
And with that, some new plans have begun, and I think this is where we'll have to wrap up tonight's session because we did start a bit later because of technical difficulties. We could try to keep going, but it's almost midnight here, which means it's almost 1 for you, Tony. It's
I was about to say no.
I'm on high right now. We're going.
we're going. Okay, we'll keep going for
but
another 30 minutes. Let's
we don't
take-
have to, but
Well, no, I'm down, but I just don't want you staying up too late.
We're okay.
Okay,
Consensus, how we doing?
how are we feeling, everyone? This is kind of got a little heavy. Do we want to take a quick 9-minute break to recharge and then go the next 30 minutes?
What I will say is this is a good time to end it, and I'm okay with that. Calling it
But-
for the night. Darkness specifically, how you feeling over there, friend?
Good. I just finished my painting. And
That's
I'm
great.
hungry. That's really
I'm
it.
hungry.
That's a mood.
I'm also down for us to take a 9-minute break and then just play 30 minutes to see how much further we can get because next week will be our last week to play it, but it's gonna be cutting it close. So it's up to you, my friends. Do we want to take a 9-minute break? Come back.
Let's take a break and come back.
Okay.
So that way we're not spending another 3 minutes deliberating on whether or not we
All right.
should take a break.
We'll be right back. Thank you so much for sticking around. We are so glad that you are here. See you in a few minutes.
See you in a sec.
And welcome back, my friends. Before we do anything else, thank you for being here and being a part of our little adventure, and also thank you to my players for being willing to play a bit longer as we are getting closer and closer to the ending of this little adventure of being fuzzy little brutes. Last we left
We
off.
decided to do another 2 hours, right?
No.
I got work in the morning.
I think most yeah.
Me too, actually. I gotta reach out to my boss. Anyway, the plan has begun to take in shape, or the start of one. As a reminder, it is close to like 3 p.m. So you guys have some time to do some negotiating and talking. It's only 25-30 minutes walk back, try to be, inconspicuous if you guys wish to retreat, or do you want to continue talking to Chiefess Corey?
I think I've done every bit of damage I can do.
Same.
Remember, did Chiefess Corey respond on wanting to go that route?
She agreed only if she could see Cassie again.
Which I have made that promise.
How do we sneak a swin into a camp?
How do we what?
Sneak
Well,
a swin into the camp.
Once we get her out, then they meet.
Okay. For the two of you that were sitting there with with Cassie and Tom, what are you guys doing this entire time? They're gone for a good hour.
I've been slowly but subtly trying to get Cassie comfortable with me, so she might maybe let me know things.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to manipulate an NPC -1. Because Tom has been kind of Tommy's been kind of telling things.
Tom's being a dick, and I gave
Don't be talking
his
mad
boyfriend
shit.
stuff for him. Doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter what Tom does any fucking way. It's a 12. So 11.
With the -1?
No. After the -1, it's 11.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I see how she's feeling about it though, because she's not willing to talk, but what's she gonna say? Okay.
Friends. We're just friends.
Mm-hmm. I'm So what exactly do you want to know? So what exactly do you want to know?
More not what I want to know, and more of what are you willing to share between friends? Because I think throughout this entire situation, we're gonna become real good friends, like all of us. Tom's just sour. That
Alright, I'm the sour one because I actually, was able to hold on to her and get a relationship, and then I got the shit kicked out of me because of it. That's right, I'm sour.
I helped you get your boyfriend your present. Which, by the way, that was.
Will
so
you
cute.
stop? Will you stop saying that out loud? He points to the badger guards that are walking around now. And the swin and everything like that. Now as the day is getting closer and closer to ending, it's becoming more and more populated.
Why would it matter?
If they
You
know
could just
I'm,
say you're the old boyfriend.
if they know that I'm here, I'm going to get shit kicked out of me again. And as much as you're great at that sort of thing, Cassie, I don't want to test our luck fighting more than we have to.
Are you saying that you guys are a
Our
secret?
entire goal is to stop this thing. So,
We weren't sure of that yet.
you ain't here.
Started off-
Are you?
I'm
You're
here.
with the other.
No,
I
she's
go with the other crew.
us.
What? I thought I did. I don't fucking know anymore.
Okay.
No, you said that you were with us before that. Because we talked to you about making like a pseudo poison and all of
That's why I
that.
didn't respond to that one, because I was sitting there. I was like, am I actually there right now?
Yes, you were there for that. Yeah,
Okay, then I'm with them. Never mind.
yeah.
Zephyr, why didn't you tell me how dope everyone here is?
Because I didn't know who was gonna be here.
Maybe if you reached out on occasion or stayed home.
What's your address?
Home, I have to take over and actually
I'll reach out.
and do what Mom and Dad want me to do, and I don't want to do that. I want to stay out here and have fun and find new things. Like I said, I met a snake lady, and I haven't told you that.
What is a snake? And
This really
Cass
big
like,
lady who has no arms or legs. She's just a tube with like
What?
fangs. It's real cool.
She's just a tube.
are you taking the same thing that she's taking? Look at pointing to Cinderwing.
No, this one's actually real, I promise you. I swear that on my granddaddy.
I haven't taken anything yet. The theft hasn't started.
She's talking about drugs. Keep talking about drugs, sweetheart.
I don't do that. Gotta have a clear mind.
You got shot by lightning, you don't got a clear mind no more.
Is that why you have that mark on your face?
You mean there's a mark on my face?
You got a little. It's beautiful. I was just curious. No, it's a scar.
We try and be real simple with her, because she takes everything a little bit too literally.
She get along with Swin very well then. Very well then. I keep forgetting that different language.
I think that's the best physical improv Raven. So
Yeah.
tough.
She's a joy, honestly. Just a little bit extra.
That's good, especially if there's going to be complications. There's a lot of pauses in the conversation.
I'm known for making complications, if that's what we're looking for.
Hold off on that for now.
If you want, she pulls out both Molotovs.
We need to put those away, sweetheart. Not right now.
One of the guards goes.
Party favor. Wow.
Constantly lit. So the miming of drinking fire.
Around this time, as you're drinking fires, the rest of the group returns.
How'd that go? The box. So there's that.
There is a plan.
Kill both of them.
A plan?
They both gotta die.
Excuse me.
Okay, yeah, let's do this.
Please tell me that you have not misunderstood.
I love the fact that the DM did not hear that.
Tony, you're really quiet.
I had to order the boy. He was thirsty.
I am here now.
No, that's valid, that's fair. Ilya just said they both gotta die, just flat.
And then Cinder pulled back out the Molotovs.
Put them away. Put them away.
Okay, not in the way that is normal. But like,
Excuse me?
Tom raises his hand. Is there a place we could maybe talk about this that isn't? Do you guys know of a place or anything like that? Because it's kind of getting crowded here.
Where's
You see a hand?
Where's Mr.
Chisel.
Chisel? I was like, Chip, no, that's not it. It starts with a C, but it's the thingy for the wood.
Yeah, it's a pun.
in his tent, I know Mr. Chisel it. Keep him out. Somewhere better.
How far off is the woods?
From where you guys are, that was a day away.
Oh, damn, okay.
We traveled with some of the Bramblefoots, though.
Right, and-
are any
Yeah,
of
that
them
was
local?
Mr. Chisel and all that.
Yeah.
Ilya says keep him out.
Well, yeah, but we could use their camp. They'd probably let us hop in one of the wagons for a talk.
And they will listen the
What-
entire time. Just
Yeah.
the same as if we let somebody use our shit, we'd listen the entire time.
What's wrong
Basically,
We want to keep.
let's
them out.
just say both spouses want a potion. Not a
We're
potion.
looking for a
a
place
concoction.
Is that
No. This is safe. They're looking for a concoction to help with their love life. And we're gonna make it and deliver it to both of them. And then when their love life starts to be completed, gonna be there?
Yes.
Are we making fuck potions?
That's what it sounds like, but that's not what it is.
We cannot ask for more information if you do not let us get to a place where we are able to share more information.
Let's. I'm
Cassie's
gonna
like,
regret this. I'm gonna go on the Badger. Are we close to the Badger side entrance?
I think so, yeah.
you could get there really quickly, like 10 minutes, maybe.
No. Well. Yeah. Fuck. I know a potential place that Mel's gonna be listening in.
I mean, okay, but like, it can't be in any one of the major camps. Tommy and Luke points to himself and Cassie. We can't go to either one.
Well, we'll have to meet in the middle. Like, we need to, like, go in, like,
My
a caravan.
parents be in the Badger side? Or
Oh
would they-
yeah, 100%.
So I can't.
There are plenty of campgrounds that you could just go towards, like, because the Bramblefoots are away from the both major camps, but there are also other people that are setting up their resting places basically for this wedding. Because if it's gonna be a wedding of this grandeur, it's probably gonna last for like a week or two. So like,
Yeah. I just wanted somewhere with more walls.
if you guys want to look for a place, you guys can spend like 15 minutes to try to find something that's.
That'd be easiest for, like, me and Cinderwing to do.
If you guys want to do a heckin' cunning and look around, unless you have.
Unless we have.
Unless you have a roguish feat that will help with that, and there's none that help with like investigation
I
per
could
se.
technically smuggle them in to either side.
I got a 9 on just like a basic cunning check.
I'm not going to be very helpful.
Okay. You do find looks to be an older tent that a lot of people are seeming to avoid. Like there are guards that are kind of like walking around it, but it's not like it's heavily secured. It's just like an old something. You're not quite sure. It is closer to the gladiatorial like ring that is going on. But a lot of people are deliberately avoiding it.
I will motion to Cinder for us to check it out, like, really quickly. Just to make sure it's vacant. And then we'll just kind of, like, mentally mark it on our map and come back to the group.
So you're gonna like sneak inside, give a little peek-see?
Mhm.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a sneak check, which is roguish feat. So a finesse check.
4.
That's a 9 minus 1, 8.
Okay.
But if you combine those,
No. All right. So, Harriet, as you're trying to sneak, as you land, your wing hits over hits something and it hits a barrel that lands on a bunch of metal and makes a lot of noise. people's attention are going to be drawn towards you. Cindering, on the other hand, you go, you just dive straight in as you're flying in, as you land into this thing. There's a reason why people aren't going in here.
Full of bodies.
Kind of.
Oh no, that was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a no.
Is this the orgy tent? Is this why we need the fuck potions?
It's not the orgy tent.
By
But
you
it does.
answering in that way, it lets us know that there is an orgy tent.
This does seem to be a place where that you would go to hire people for that sort of thing. However,
It's a brothel tent?
it is a brothel tent.
Perfect!
So this
You'll
is
be back
the-
with some friends. And Cinder's straight back out. Harriet, we're good, let's go!
I feel like Cinder would just like grab me with her talons and then just like fucking toss me up.
100%.
I
For the
can't.
record, we all know money's fucked up, I don't like it. We're probably going to want to bring some money for this.
We don't have money.
I'm gonna like smack Cinderwing real quick. Just be like, repeat what you just said.
Got a spot. We'll have privacy. Nobody will talk. We should probably bring something to pay.
Tom's like, I have a little.
Perfect,
and-
let's go. And then just grabs and starts pulling.
Well, also, Ilya and Demos got paid pretty handsomely
Yeah.
from Victoria.
I don't know this.
They didn't
I don't
speak
know
up.
if we ever
That's fine.
mentioned that.
Also,
I-
as they're leading the way, Cinder's going to look back at Ilya and be like, also, if you can really make those fuck potions, let me know. That might be useful.
Excuse me?
What? And Cassie's just
I don't
smirking.
even know. I don't even know.
Going to the tent that we're going to, she's like, oh, yeah,
Fine.
that tracks, yeah.
I don't even know.
I mean,
If you need money, I have a stash.
are you seriously
Um,
gonna go pay someone to fuck you?
No.
Looking at Raven. Or not, yes, Raven.
I mean,
Cinderwing!
it's
There
a
is
business.
absolutely a moment where the whole party's
Respectable
like,
job.
she went to find us a place for privacy and got distracted by the brothel and now wants us to pay for that.
Saw titties. Went back for more titties.
Actually,
Okay.
there are a few tits, like the bird in there, so that would be correct.
So here's my thought. This place is all about privacy. We go in, we book
Really
the
not.
space,
It's more about privates.
we book the space, they don't
I
talk.
mean, the thing is that people are actively avoiding it. So if we can sneak them in,
I don't want to see
here's the thing. We don't have to go in with them. We just sneak them in, and it's not like they're gonna do anything.
We were trying to have a conversation. That was why we needed a
Well,
place.
but the important part is them having a conversation.
No, we
No.
need to talk to the ones that are with us.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's just do it this way, okay? I'm gonna make something and write a note down. You bring it to your boy, and the note will tell
What
him
am I
everything.
convincing him
All of-
of? I need to convince.
You're not convincing him of shit. You're just handing him this, whatever I make, and that's it. Okay?
What?
You hand it to him, say it's a wedding gift from his bride to be, and it'll explain it. And then you just gotta stick with us. Trust us on this, okay?
I thought the plan was we were supposed to convince him of joining in on this, not just we are poisoning him.
We're not just poisoning him. The note's gonna tell him. So the note will tell him everything, and then you just gotta make sure that note gets burned. And if he's not down for it, then we're kind of shit out of luck. Then you can just convince him to try to trust us. But
I gotta know what you're
one
doing
side's in
before
for
I
it.
Convince him to do nothing.
Then read the note.
Just-
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You were gonna read it anyway,
I mean,
and we
yes,
all
but-
know it. Just read the note.
You want us to tell everyone in the square before we? I've gone southern. Jesus.
You did. To be fair,
Because me
Darby
and Dark
started
is
it.
southern.
It's yeah.
Darby started it, and then you picked up on it, and then Blood picked up on it.
You
Because,
went there a
you
little
weren't
bit too.
Southern at the beginning of this session.
No,
No, it was not.
But I was in last session.
Yes, but you
Originally you were
fluctuate. It
Irish,
depends
but
on
you
your.
was Southern, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now I naturally just like have a weird twang, so that like I'm not being influenced. I'm being enabled, that's for sure, but I'm not being influenced. There's a difference.
Okay.
We can tell everyone in the square if that is how you would prefer, or you can read the note like you were already going to do.
That's what I
But
just.
For these two.
those two,
And have them
they
read the
just
note.
gotta get somewhere safe, and they will have the. That's where the love comes in.
We can explain it to them via note as well if we cannot say it out loud.
But they need to stay safe and away from the beings that were kind of beating the shit out of Thomas, was it?
Yeah, hi.
And apparently this one, look, pointing at Cassie, is supposed to be dead. So they shouldn't, both of them shouldn't be here. So they need to get somewhere. Ooh, Snake Lady.
That's a day away.
I wonder if we can.
It's too far.
Yeah.
And this is
We just
the
gotta
What
get 'em
is
out.
going on?
You did not.
We
want
don't
to
know.
involve.
We're just gonna kind of trust them.
I'm not the only one lost right now.
No.
Okay.
There's too much going on around us. We can't talk.
Harriet, is it good?
Sure.
Progress
Okay.
is being made. Absolutely.
I don't know how fully I agree with this.
Also, I will say that I'm fully imagining that.
As you guys are walking, you're having
let
this
go of Harriet yet.
You guys are having this conversation in front of this brothel tent, for the record.
I was
You guys are
assuming
having
you
this-
stepped off to the side.
Sure, but you're still having this argument in front of the brothel tent. You see walk out a very beautifully dressed hare.
Of course.
We are technically closed, but if you need a place to stay, just to talk. We don't start till dusk. It's just a place where people can just smoke and drink to kind of be quiet.
Good,
Thank you.
I think. Thank you, though, ma'am.
My pleasure.
We should get going.
You should keep it down, darlings, I think. And she turns around and walks in.
Yeah, let's start walking. I just need a place to set up my gear.
Go set up our own camp and have our own stuff.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay,
More like an outskirts kind of camp thing, far enough away from like the regular guard.
From the groups. Yeah. Stepping outside of the town, this music is far too eepy. Tony, could you please put on Woodland Campsite, please?
Done.
It's just more ambiance music than anything else, but
Sounds good to me.
Why is it playing Enter the Gladiator?
It's easy enough. Actually, no, it's not, because it's now because of all the walking and everything you guys have done, it's getting closer to sunset. Sunset's at 6 here, and it's getting close to like 4:30. So everyone, the camping spaces are getting very, very close. So your two major options are you have to be further away from the town, or you can try to see if you can get a spot next to the Bramblefoots. Those would be the most convenient and closest spots you can be.
Close to the Bramblefoots is probably safer, just for our stuff. Seeing as apparently
Absolutely.
we're
Yeah.
going wandering and doing shit tonight.
And someone owes Chisel a dance.
That's my
Oh, that's
suggestion.
right.
30 minutes ago.
We have a mission to complete.
Don't mean you can't dance.
Means we must first communicate.
As you guys are getting to the Bramblefoot camp, bless you. There turns out there wasn't just the one wagon I saw. There's two more. Seem to all be still working under Chisel. He's not here yet. You don't know where he is, but you see about a dozen or so of different folks of all kinds, just setting up camp. None of them seem to be bothered by you. You're guessing that they mentioned Ilya, and they're like, okay. But they definitely have they're carnies. They're listening, even if they don't look like they are.
Should we write up the notes first and send them to go see?
I would kind of like to be informed on what I'm doing and what the plan is so that I can properly adjust for it. I have a journal and a pencil.
I can write you out what our plan is.
Okay. And with that, I'm gonna start brewing the stuff.
Cool.
I'll need as much help as possible.
And I'll speak out what Demos would be writing. Basically, the plan is for each of the lovers to take a brew which renders them inert or unconscious in such a way that we believe that they would be considered dead. Before this happens, they must each write a note confessing that they do not want to be married, and that is the reason for taking their own life. Now, they are not taking their life for real, but others must believe it. For Ilya has earned a reputation for being someone of healing power, and I believe could be one called upon to try and bring our Swin friend back to life. On the other side, I think there are people within that camp we could have access to that would allow us to get in there as well. When the smoke is cleared, we then need to get each one out. Whether one option here is to convince the Bramblefoots to pose as mortuary people, bringing the bodies out to us. Once they are to us, we administer the antidotes, and each becomes free to live as they wish.
I have 2 questions.
I got more.
How do the potions help their sex lives if it knocks them out?
My questions
And you
are
said
not
when
like
the
hers.
smoke you said when the smoke clears, how many fires do you want?
At this moment, we want 0 fires.
Okay.
Secondarily, how do I put this gently? It allows them to have the sex that they would like to have instead of the sex they may be contractually obligated to have.
They have
That is how it
weird
helps their sex
preferences.
life.
I like my sex when I'm awake.
There should
I
be
think
no
we're
sex
losing the
happening
plot.
when
Wind it back a little bit, Ray.
unconsciousness
Ryan, a
is
little back
happening.
for me, please.
So, and I'm writing all of this out, not speaking out loud. The plan is for us to convince the doctor on the Briar. What is the fucking
Boston.
Boston decides that Tumnus killed himself.
Correct.
That won't be very hard to do. It's more someone's gonna need to be able to get in.
I mean, I can get in, and they know me because I'm the one that got shot.
Because as long as they leave the note in their own handwriting, that's it.
It is hard to pin the blame on someone else when there is blame to be pinned on you.
Well, yes, but it also don't make no sense for both of them to just decide to call the end at the same time.
I mean, it
When they
makes
haven't
perfect
met.
sense.
It makes as much sense as both of them being attacked at the same time.
Not to mention, they both historically have had partners.
And did not want this. Each family knows this.
I mean, I can take whatever you brew to him. It won't stop me at the front door,
Yeah.
probably.
I believe this to be our best way forward. Also, I have created a moniker for our entire group, by the way.
It's actually really cool and creative.
We are the Spark.
What is
it's
that?
Better than Hey You.
The Spark is the first ember that lights a fire.
No, a moniker.
It is the name that we, as a group, shall go by.
I do need to say this is only us until others are needed. For the after part, getting the bodies out, not the bodies, getting the transportation. With that, I believe we can trust Chisel. He does stuff, no questions asked. We just might need a little extra cash in hand.
So take money
I'm-
on my way out of town.
I'm a little confused about one thing. Cassie finally says, the Sween are not the kind of people that would, it is very, very taboo to, end one's own adventure early. And, I don't think that she'd be getting a burial. I don't quite know what would happen.
I mean,
But if the doctor doesn't fix it or try to bring them back, and they fail, usually they join the person they couldn't fail. They failed to save.
Well, looks like I'm making 3 of these potions and leaving y'all with the rest.
And I'm sorry, a chisel?
He's a baby.
the beaver guy over there.
Yeah, as you say, as Harriet says that, Mr. Chisel does walk into camp.
Yeah.
That one. He's pretty cool. Don't ask too many questions. It's best not to.
He brought the fireworks.
Harriet
did?
and I could fly overhead, ready for chaos, if needed.
Well, there's 2 ways that your mistress and I can get out. Especially if I'm the one that's called on. Both in a bag. Or we could go with Cinder Wings and spark chaos.
I mean, so hear me out. correct me if I'm wrong, the swim camp looks very ramshackle and like slammed together, wood and leathers and stuff like that.
Yes. For her room that she has, it's an open field, but they put a bunch of wagons around and basically put them side to side and then put wood in between it to make it basically a small fortress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
and the boss it's not like that at all.
just between me and you, I mean, fire gets rid of bodies real quick.
But
So, like,
need
we
these
sacrifice
people to-
civilians in place of them?
No. But if, the room were to explode.
We need the death to
I
not be attributable
Put
to
Cinderwing's
the other
hand
side.
down.
No, I'm thinking like after she's already considered dead and stuff. Or would that be a bad? That would probably be a bad.
If I may ask,
My bad.
Go ahead.
I don't mean to interject. Miss Chisel's walking over. This sounds like it might be interesting. I'm in. And that's what we'll end tonight's session. That's what. Because you guys were trying to keep it down, but I know you guys are talking softly, but everyone kept shouting and things like that as it went on. And I rolled for him. I rolled a 12.
Yeah, no, Mans is listening in. The moment he came in, it was fairly certain he would fucking figure it out anyway.
So, we will be playing this next week, but what I'm going to need from my players is to make sure we have conversations about what's going on between now and then, so we're not just trying to, because we need to finish the show next week.
Yeah.
We absolutely have to. Because Tony's going on an adventure and leaving us all behind, and it's very sad.
I'm out next week.
Yep.
Going on an adventure.
Yeah, we only
Will you
want
be
one
back the
session
week
without Tony,
after?
so-
I can't remember. Is it the week after you'll be back and available?
It's going to be a little while.
Yeah.
Well,
Tony's
I'll
gone
be
for
back
like a month.
one and then gone another. It's a
Yeah,
little more spotted than that, but yeah.
You'll be back on the 25th, is what you said, right? Technically.
Yeah, so back on the
23rd.
25th and then gone for the next two.
Right. So technically, we could wait a week and kind of let you guys have time to coordinate and plan, because you need to be a part of this heist. I'm sorry, but Demos is kind of essential to this.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I
Thank
didn't mean to make him such. but,
It's
you know, here we
okay.
go.
I gave y'all a very difficult task because this is not. I wanted this to feel very different than Monster of the Week, and I think y'all are enjoying it, and I'm glad that is the case.
Enjoying the hell out of this.
Well, now that we've gotten to like the super juicy bits, like like this is the meat.
I liked the snake
No
lady.
potatoes.
It was a lot of fun. No one believes me when I say I met her.
The tube with fangs. Yeah. Friggin' pool
I'm still
noodle
on
in the middle of the
moonshine right
fucking
now.
forest.
That is
still
also
on
true.
moonshine.
I think you could have just described are lizard people a thing?
Not really. There's
No.
a few, but not really.
Not that I would know of.
I would like to say at this point we're already over an hour past. So
Yes.
thank everyone for coming out tonight. You guys have all been amazing, as
you.
usual.
Thanks for staying.
I want to re-hit on, because we touched on several very serious topics tonight. If you're ever dealing with any sort of mental health crisis or anything like that, reach out to the appropriate networks. There's a national hotline that you can call.
Yes.
And make sure to tune in. We've got some Disaster Queers tomorrow. That'll be a little lighter in tone. We're going to be taking a break this weekend on the One Shot Wonderarium, and then we will see you on Sunday for some Spawn Camp, and then we'll be back in 1 week right here, right now, for some more.
Doing something
of
else.
this.
Well, no, because officially we're taking, right? Is that what we agreed? We're taking next week off, and then we'll go back with Tony
On the 25th. So we'll probably be
Yes.
playing some video game on the 19th.
We'll figure it out and let you guys know. But
Yeah.
good night.
Sorry.
Love you. Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.